right, I just hit the live button and we're live, man. Welcome back to Man Down Sports, man. As you see, we got a quadrant, 4 squares, man. Chris, I would say Chris from Motor City Roar, but I don't think Motor City Roar is a thing no more, man. Corey from Cowboy Spit, but you know him better here at Man Down, and then Dominque from Sports T that you also know from Man Down. These the riders for the day. Jay's a healthy scratch. Zoe's a DNP coach's decision. And and Britne's a healthy scratch. Eric's a no call, no show.
Wow.
What's good, y'all, man? How y'all doing?
Maintain it, man. I gotta get some gas after we get through with this. So
I know, man. I feel for you, bro.
I can't relate, brother. I'm getting gas right now.
Yeah, what they be putting the gas stations at now?
What you talking about? Yeah, right down the street.
Oh, sure. I ain't seen one in a while.
Don't worry about it.
I guess when you don't need them, you just don't even, you know what I mean? Like you don't even notice them when you ride by. You just, you know what I mean?
I can't get
what it is.
Electric pickup truck, dog. That's real suspect.
Nah, get you one of them Chevy Silverados. Them things kind of cold. Or get that Hummer EV with the pickup bed.
Nah, Corey doing the right thing. They'll arrest him in Texas if he had a EV.
Yeah, you know,
having an EV in Texas is like not having a gun.
Well, you know, Tesla is home based here now.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But y'all don't mess with it like that, man. Y'all still love y'all trucks.
No, what's crazy is I went to Austin a couple of weeks ago.
Austin loves Tesla,
and that's where it is. That's where the home base is.
But that's where all the tech people are.
That's where they are. So it has it's crazy because they have these manless taxi cabs that go around. So there's no driver. So you see these cars just going down.
So it's a woman driving it. You said manless.
It's Waymo, right?
Yes.
They have Waymo, and I'm curious to see if Robotaxi is going to.
I'm not doing
drop next week, October 10th.
But it was cool.
Man.
I seen a video of somebody using the Waymo. They called it, and it pulled up, man. It's got like this big old like radar camera joint on the top, so it sees everything. And they got in. They had customer service or whatever. The car knew who it was from the order and everything like that, and it just took them to their spot. Obeyed the traffic.
All over San Francisco right now.
I think I seen the one in the video was in San Francisco. Like it was crazy.
It's dope, but nope, your boy can't do it.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, anyway, man, we're gonna have a good show, man. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Y'all can see the rundown. There's a lot of stuff we got to get into. A little bit of football as well. Some stuff Stephen A. Snitch said at the toward the end. All that good stuff, man. It's gonna be a good episode, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to hear the phone calls, man. The call in is gonna be dope. It's good to see everybody smiling faces, man. And everybody in the comments, I see one of our new members, Zaray Lion, up in here. What's up, big dog? I see Posh King in here. Posh King, you've been with us for like 6 months and you ain't became a member yet.
Shoot, I think longer than that.
Yeah, he been with us for a while. But he'll faithful though. He just like a member, but you know what I mean. Max Crafty, what's up, my brother? Hey, look, y'all. So this is what I want y'all to do, man. Do me a real big favor. And let me make sure I get this YouTube channel correct. And I shouted him out before. This my AC guy, y'all. And he's a vet as well. And I've grew quite fond of my man Ernest, man. And a good technician and all that stuff, man, and loyal and worthy and all that stuff, man. So I appreciate his service a whole lot, man. So I gotta make sure that if anybody is in the California area, that they're utilizing his services for anything they need AC unit wise. But I want you to go to his YouTube channel because he's almost monetized. And what he does is, he's just not an AC guy. He like fixes like everything. Right. So he got a lot of do-it-yourself videos, that you can go and check out on his channel. And his channel on YouTube is Max Crafty. Max Crafty, just like it's spelled right on the screen right there. Go find it on YouTube. And he needs 50 more subs to get to 1K. And I think that'll get him a lot closer to go ahead and get monetized, man. So if y'all can do that favor, if we can get him to 1K tonight, that'd be dope, man. I might do it. I might even do a daggone cash giveaway tonight. if he can get the 1K by the end of the show. All right, bet. Everybody going to go sub, man. Everybody go do a sub, man. I appreciate that, man. Cause this brother, man, he real, man. He like that. That's my dude, man. So, Ernest, man, I appreciate your help, brother. All right, so we got a lot of stuff to get in to. We also got to shout out our sponsors, Underdog. Here's a word from Underdog. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code Man Down Sports and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Plus, now that it's football season, you can follow Man Down Sports as we reveal our favorite picks from week to week. Like I said before, pick your favorite player, pick higher or lower, choose your dollar amount, and win some money. It's just that easy. Make picks, win money. We also want to thank Underdog Fantasy for partnering with us, and we want to thank you for helping the channel out by using Man Down Sports on Underdog Fantasy. And that's another way that y'all can help out the channel as well. If you're not becoming a member, or if you just, the simplest way is just watching the show and hitting the like button and commenting. That's the simplest way to help the channel out. But another way is to actually use our sponsors, and you can make money using our sponsors with Underdog. So if you go in there and use the promo code Man Down Sports, your first deposit, they're going to match it up to 50%. So if you up to $1,000 too. So if you put in 1,000, they go throw an extra 500 in there. So you can get started on some of your pick'ems, but you got to use the promo code Man Down Sports to do that. But yeah, do that. Play Underdog. That'll help us out a lot. And Max Crafty just gave us I keep calling him Max Crafty. That's his channel name, my man Ernest. But he just gave us a $99 super chat, $100 super chat. I appreciate it. It's funny because he's giving it to me, but he's probably gonna be helping me out with some work around the house. I'm gonna be giving it right back to him pretty soon.
Probably why I did. You know it's coming back.
Yeah, that's your $100 off.
Oh man, he gonna get hey Ernest, you gonna get this right back one day. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something that we need to do around here, man. But that's hilarious, man. But I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Ernest, man, for the super chat.
Shout out to Cam in 3 months.
Becoming a member. What's up, Don, Mel, and the rest of the panel? What's up, Right Hand Cam? He's been a member for about 3 months, man. I appreciate your membership as well. We just gave them a members only show the other night, didn't we, Don? We gave them some content. If y'all haven't seen it, if you're a member, if you haven't seen that episode that we provided for y'all can go check that out. I thought that was pretty good. But without further ado, and while we're talking about the members, let's go ahead and shout out all of our members, please, Dominique.
Oh my gosh, we have so many members. So
don't say like that. We don't have enough members. I think we need about 5% of what our channel subscribers need to be members, and that if we can get 5%,
so then we don't have nearly enough. Then
yeah, we don't have enough. Yeah,
this isn't enough. How would you say? Would you say Zeray or Zerai?
I would say Zerai.
Zerai Lion, welcome. Brand new member, 6 days old. James Reed, same amount of time. Welcome to Man Down. Shout out to you guys. Beast Mode Bones, 33 Shuggy, Mikey Brass, Young Disciple, Cedric Franklin, The Real Mr. Cropper, Ida Tomlinson, E. King, Steve Calvert. And we have Right Hand Cam. Shout out to you. Dejoka, Scott Merriweather, Unspoken Voices, Taco Master, 6'4 Slim. I've seen you at Sports Tea as well. Thank you for coming over there too. Keith Brazel, 7 Arnold, Ryan Walters, Chris Anderson, Jay Barrett. And we have WW, Shay J, my girl, R Bean, Jeffrey Guyett, Shy Rider West Sire, A. Harkins, Michael Tofia, Wizman Ballin, and Malachi Israel. Thank you guys for your memberships. We really appreciate you all.
Thanks, Dominique. Now, Ernest, you can drop your link in the chat, brother. Because I should have had it on my description. But yeah, go ahead and drop your link in there to make it easier for people to find you, Ernest. Yeah, do that for sure. All right, man. Where do we start, y'all? Are we ready? Is anything else that we missing? I mean, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on with Diddy. I don't even want to get in there. Maybe we'll get into it a little bit later.
That might be a post game one day or something.
Yeah,
do enough.
Yeah,
I think just the topic of Diddy is a post game topic anyway.
yeah, for sure.
All the things going on over there.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed and you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You won't regret it. But yeah, so Angel Reese, you know, y'all know she got a podcast and she's been inviting people on, and she had D Wade on, and there was a couple of things that I heard in there that I thought I wanted to play for y'all and for us to discuss. One of them was D Wade talking about how he understood this whole Angel Reese WNBA Caitlin Clark thing. And you know, and Angel Reese been trying to tell people, look, it's not really a real rivalry. We don't dislike each other. We've been playing against each other since high school. We both respect each other. We're competitors, you know, but we also understand that our sport is in need of growth, and this is what seems to be growing it. So we'll get out of the way and let y'all run with the narrative, but it's not real, right? And Dwyane Wade kind of broke down how he saw it. And I want to play what he said, and then I want to get y'all thoughts on it. And then we'll go from there. But this is D Wade and Angel Reese on her podcast.
Killed the Met Gala. But we had a quick conversation in Met Gala, and that was a moment around the time where I was like, listen, like what you did for this game, what you've done for this game, like let's not get that confused, right? When we talk about the attention that college basketball got the last few years from the battles, and that first battle, it started like this, and it kind of blew. And so, you know, obviously your media coverage went one way, and then Caitlin's went one way, and Paige's is one. Everyone has their own, you know, media that's on them and covering them a certain way. Yours went the way that is unfortunate from the standpoint of you have to be looked at as the bad guy. But you're such a hero in so many other places and so many other lanes that, like, you're a real friend, you're real fans of people who love the way you play, like, and who have a daughter who looks up to you. We don't even that's laughable to us because we know that's lazy. Like they're doing some lazy marketing and media just by trying to create a villain and a good guy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, how do you see that? Because everybody always like makes a comparison to Magic and Larry, and like I wasn't in the era where I could watch that. I didn't watch that, so but you were able to see that. So like, how do you see the comparison?
First of all, I'm not that.
I know old. You're not that old, but
don't do you. I know a little bit about it.
Like, you know, like, I don't know anything about it. I just hear the comparison. That's all I hear.
Yeah, so you hear more
than me. Let me just say that.
I think the thing you hear, right? What you hear is that a lot of people say Magic and Larry, like they saved the brand of the NBA, right? Because now you had, you know, this amazing player that was black who, you know, can smile and make everybody smile and just had the game and the personality and everything. Then you had this player who was white, who had the toughness, who had the game. It was just a perfect market strategy at the right time. They both were winners. They both were champions. They both were. And so when you look at that, people like to look at black and white and they say, okay, this is the two people who are doing the same thing for the game that Magic and Bird did for the game. And a lot of it in a lot of ways are true from the standpoint of how it's marketed. It's nothing different. Nothing has changed from the standpoint of how someone's going to market something.
Was Magic criticized as a black man?
I'm sure he was. I mean, you know, it's a different time, right? It can't get to you immediately, but I'm sure I know Magic's going to sit on this chair one day, and you're going to have Magic on here, and you're going to be able to talk about the things what we don't know. But I guarantee Magic was. Guarantee he was criticized. But ultimately, look what he's not only done for the game. I mean, look what he's done for us. Look what he's done for sports. And he smiled through it all. But I guarantee he was. Right? Because he was great. So that's the kind of the comparison. But, you know, ultimately, you know, y'all different players, right? You're going to bring different things to the game. But the way the game is viewed, y'all use it. Y'all are the marketing tool that kind of got, you know, the newer generation, newer eyes kind of excited about her versus her. We like a versus. Like we all like a versus, right? And so you guys had a versus that kind of got everybody in it. And it was good for the game at the right time.
All right. So first and foremost, y'all better not start with the jokes when he said, "I have a daughter to look up to you."
The comments already did it. Y'all
better not do it. I already know where y'all, because I know the chat. I know how y'all think. Y'all better not do it. Do not do it, man.
They already did it, brother.
But hey, so y'all thoughts on how he kind of like just opened up the door and gave you a peek in on, look, man, this whole thing is, I don't want to use the word stage, but this whole thing is not real. They're just using it for growing the game, marketing. And he said a whole bunch of other things in there because there was a 3-minute clip, man. So whatever you was able to, pinpoint in your mind, I want to hear what y'all think on it. I mean, the floor is open.
Dominque, go ahead.
I mean, I think what comes to mind is just how quickly not even quickly, I think it's obvious to everyone and no one's saying it. So I think that Angel Reese felt validated in that, hey, this is not a real thing. This is fake. And the media is perpetuating it. But what makes it so bad is that there's so much hate surrounding this.
Yeah, because the fans ain't playing right. They're not playing for it. And I think it's irresponsible of media members. I mean, the WNBA is in a position where they'll take any type of marketing they can get to grow it. So I get where they're coming from. But as media members, I think they should be the ones that say, hey, man, so we don't start a freaking war between white brothers and sisters and black brothers and sisters over 2 players that we're trying to market a fake beef about, right? Before we do that, let the media members speak responsibly on their shows and professionally, and not push the she's jealous, she's the savior, all the girls are jealous, and don't push that narrative, and just talk about the game and let people fall in love with the game and not fall in love with the stuff that's not sustainable, because we can't have Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark beef for 10 to 12 plus years, and then what if Caitlin Clark get hurt?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think it's sustainable. But I like this comment from Nicole Harris though. She said the 4 million followers on IG Angel got and the 2 million that Caitlin got, that means something. That, like, there's a lot of people that's following these girls.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No, I mean, what I also think about that is that Dwyane Wade said it was just like a lazy tactic used by the media.
Yeah.
When you look across the board, ever since the media has been covering the WNBA, well, mainstream media like the Stephen A's, the Shannon Sharps, everything are just lazy narratives. They can't even come up with anything cogent because they just started watching this game. So everything is lazy. The commentary, the analysis, nobody's even watching the game. They're just out there saying that Black women are jealous of white women dominating in the WNBA as if no other white player has ever dominated. Like Diana Taurasi hasn't been there, like Breonna Stewart wasn't last year's MVP, and there's also straight white women who have dominated. So, and just straight women in the WNBA who have dominated. So the fact that it's turned into a race war, it's super lazy because it's unnecessary in this league.
Yeah, it's really unnecessary. I mean, the game would be much funner and it can still be, intense and, filled with, I don't know, competitive edge and drama. All that stuff can still exist without. We just don't need racial tension.
We don't need racism. We don't need
racial tension in sports. I mean, dang, it's bad enough we got it in politics. We don't need it in sports too. So,
right.
Do you think it's lazy or easy?
Both.
It's both.
Both.
They're lazy because it's easy.
You look, you got handed a gift, right? You had, these women playing it for the national championship or playing in the Final Four for 2 years straight, right? And you had the whole one got it this time, and then the other got to get back the following year, but one got the ring, one didn't. So it was kind of creating itself, right? Like it was organic at first. Then they came out the college the same year. They got drafted in the same draft. It was organic at first. And then mainstream media jumped on it because, now the W is getting hot. This is something that's going to make the W, in their eyes relevant, right? And this is going to, blow the W up. Let's go ahead and just force feed this narrative. Let's go ahead and push, you know what I'm saying, this narrative, and it doesn't help the fact that one got drafted to a predominantly like community where what she is, and the other one got drafted to the same situation on her side. One is
I didn't even think of that.
Chicago, right?
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
So it could have been organic and it could have been handled better, but because of the sudden influx and the sudden desire to like, hey, let's go ahead and put the W on full send, and it's just like, hey, this is here. We saw it with Larry and Magic, Larry and Magic was at a time where there was unrest, and that, you had that issue. There's not really, that issue to push now. I mean, there's still always going to be racism and stuff like that, but it's not really something that you can go ahead and push in sports now. When they've come out and said numerous times that they don't have any problems with each other.
Correct.
You saw All-Star game.
Yeah. So it's like y'all are continuing to force a narrative, and only naive and dumb people are accepting it.
So, Kathy Endelberg, she said that basically racism brings dollars. You said that on one of your previous shows, Mel. That's what they're doing. They don't care that racism is coming out of this. They don't care that hatred is being spread. Stephen A., Shannon Sharp, they're looking at the analytics. They're seeing what stories are trending, what's going to get them clicks, what's going to get them the ratings. And they don't care that this is the material that they must use in order to get that.
What you think about this comment right here, Corey?
Which one?
On the screen.
I'm looking at another comment. The one
I get that one.
Punani Chemist. I didn't want to say that wrong.
Yeah, let me go find Punani Chemist. I guess does that mean he's a douche? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what a Punani Chemist is, but what you think about this one on screen?
So this is kind of funny to me, because if you really think about it and you go back to college, right, when they both played in college, and Angel Reese, when she first became the villain, so if you will, right?
Yeah.
She became the villain on a response of the exact same thing that Caitlin Clark did.
Mm-hmm.
The whole waving in the face. That's all she did was all she did was repeat what she did.
Right.
And all of a sudden she becomes the villain, and she needs attention, and she needs this, and she needs that. But all she did was copycat what Caitlin Clark did.
Correct.
And it's like, I just don't understand how. I mean, it's super simple to see, right? And it's like there's a group of people. It seems like to me that there's a group of people that really care about this beef, and there's a group of people that don't. Like Caitlin Clark's fans are 100% invested in this beef. Like they have taken it, they have absorbed it, they have hugged it, caressed it, and they're gonna hold on to it till the wheels fall off. Angel Reese fans, we like, all right, man, we'll just watch basketball. You know what I'm saying? Let's just play basketball. May the best woman win. And if Caitlin Clark wins, congratulations. But if Caitlin Clark loses, then there's an uproar about how the WNBA just cheated the system for whoever she lost to.
Is it really a such thing as Angel Reese fans though?
I'm an Angel Reese fan.
Yeah, but you just like basketball.
I do.
Right?
I like basketball.
So you also a Caitlin Clark fan?
I am, because I like basketball.
Right. So I think Angel Reese only fans don't exist, but Caitlin Clark only fans exist, and they expressed that to us. Hey, look, I'm only here for Caitlin. I didn't watch before. I'm not gonna watch after she leave. I'm not gonna watch after she get put out of the playoffs. I'm just here for Caitlin. So you got Caitlin only fans, but I don't think you have any other people. What you laughing at, Chris?
That's worded so poorly, dog.
Only fans.
Like Angel only fans, Caitlin only fans. Man, don't say that. No.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. I just feel like we're now seeing a real difference. And I mean, we've seen it in the NBA with certain players. I won't say no names, so we don't spark no nothing in the comments. But we've seen it before, right? Where there's fans and then there's fanatics, right? And I'm not gonna say it. I don't want no smoke in the comments today.
Yeah.
And we're seeing the difference. I think more of Angel Reese's fan base is more fans than fanatics, and then more of Caitlin Clark's fan base is more fanatics than fans.
I mean, maybe, but I will say this to that comment that Corey was responding to about Angel Reese wanting attention. I think all basketball players, especially the good ones, especially the great ones, want attention.
Yes.
Right? Like they all want attention. The crowd cheering for them is other than the money, is what they play for.
I mean, it's
right?
kind of, their game kind of demands attention, though.
Yeah, it's only a few amount of players that have the personality where I'm good like this, you know, but I don't like the attention. Like Tim Duncan, Jokic, them type of dudes. But everybody else, oh no, they score and they go talk to you and tell you they scored on you. Luka, Larry Bird, Jordan, Kobe, they go tell you I scored, and they want the crowd to cheer for them, and they go throw their hands up, they go do all shush the crowd and all that. That's all that is attention. So
with the night and the no
going to night, all that is attention, right? If we stop paying attention to them, they might just spontaneously combust. You get what I'm saying? Like they're wired that way, and you know, and that's what makes them great. You know, that the reason why they go out there and put the extra shots up and the extra time is because they wired a certain way that some people are not wired, right? They can't stand to not be the center of attention. They can't stand to not be perfect at their craft. So they're trying to perfect it. So Angel is no different. So saying that she wants attention is no different from every other good player. The only thing you're saying is she's a great player or wants to be great, because attention comes with the territory.
I can dig it.
And I mean, she's kind of playing on that because she went and got the podcast. So like she knows, like, you know, I can market outside of just the game, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if she end up inviting Caitlin Clark on somewhere down the road, or Caitlin Clark ends up coming out with her own podcast. Everybody's getting podcasts now. But are they going to say the same thing about Caitlin Clark, that she needs to work on her turnovers instead of being on the podcast? Or is that just because it's Angel Reese that she needs to work on her game instead of working on the podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, I say it about Micah Parsons all the time. So
I don't. Yeah. What were you going to say?
No. I was hoping you was about to say something. Go ahead.
What were you going to ask?
Nothing. I was just calling your name to get you to talk. That's all.
Well, I was just going to say that Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, it would be interesting if they actually did an interview on her podcast, but we all know that it's never going to happen.
Oh, that would be dope.
Her people are actively telling her, make sure you never appear here.
Probably
they have to keep that, the illusion that there's beef, or the illusion that she's above doing these things, speaking out.
Maybe, but
narrative, you know, that she doesn't say anything. She never says anything. She never, you know, needs to address these things. So it would be great if that happened. I think it would be great, but I think that they're saying, hey, don't you dare go on that podcast.
I mean, I can imagine that. Oh, let me say this real quick. I can imagine that, Dominque. That's a good point. But like you said, if it did happen, it would be good, because the feelings. First of all, when they played in the All-Star game together, and Cheryl Miller, when she did her interview with Mark Jackson, she talked about how they interacted with each other in the locker room and how they played on the court together. Man, if seeing them on the court together, I really enjoyed it. I ain't even gonna lie. And then when they finally connected for a pass, when she passed it to Angel and Angel scored, big moment, right? So I think, I don't know, at some point they might end up on the same squad. Who knows? You know, they're definitely gonna be playing together in Los Angeles at the Olympics game. But we got to have a new storyline next season. It can't be Caitlin's fans against the world, Caitlin's fans against the WNBA.
It can't. What's going to happen when Paige comes? Like, she'll be here next year. Hopefully that changes the landscape of the WNBA, because this is very exhausting. It feels like the 2020 election all over again.
Yeah.
And you know, what's interesting is that it is an election year. So a lot of these fans are already pumped up on, you know, the division that already exists in this country. So I'm hoping that it calms down and levels out a little bit once, you know, we have a new president, whomever they might be.
Yeah. What was you about to say, Chris? I got one more thing Wade said about her rebounding, but
I just because everybody knows I'm on the younger side of the panel, so I didn't really,
you sure is. Lord,
I didn't get to like visually see Larry and Bird and Magic, but outside of them playing on the court, was there ever any record of actual beef between the two of them?
I think they really did kind of dislike each other for a while, because remember when they did that commercial together, that's when they actually buried the hatchet and realized, man, dang, like we was played. Like, because the players can buy into it as well. Like they can believe the own media hype and get caught up in it. And I think Bird was believing what the media was saying about Magic and vice versa. And then when they finally did that Converse commercial together and they had time to talk, Larry and Magic became friends, and then eventually they became good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that. Imagine if Converse would have never had them on that commercial. Who knows? You get what I'm saying? So, let's get to what Wade was talking about her rebounds and her defense.
I feel like I get critiqued a lot, obviously, because I do rebound, and I do rebound in a great way, and I play defense. Obviously, as a rookie coming into the league, my mind was just to get a fresh start. Like I did everything I wanted in college. I won a championship. Like I had the college experience of doing what I wanted. When I came into the league, I just wanted to be able to grow. And luckily I was really, really good in one specific thing, which was rebounding. And I knew I had to tighten up on my offense and what I'm going to do in the off season. But like so many people critique me because I was a great rebounder. And sometimes like, why don't y'all box me out? Like, how come y'all don't box me out? And like, it's tough to see that, but I've always watched players like you, Dennis Rodman, like players that always did the little things that like got you to championships. Like you won championships, you got MVPs, and it wasn't just because of offense; it was both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I just get a chance to watch you. Automatically, I realized why you're a great offensive rebounder, but a great rebounder is you do your work early.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is a lot of people they don't, right? A lot of people are ball watchers.
Yeah.
And while they're watching the ball, you already done the work. Yeah. They're done. Yeah. And so it's not even the fact that they don't even know how to box you out because they don't understand. Like as soon as that ball go up, I got to locate and you. Yeah. They're not doing that. It's the nature of the game we play in is everything is somebody drive, we looking. Yeah. And so you're someone who do your work so early that they don't even have time to figure out like what you're doing and why you're getting so many rebounds. When I came to Chicago, I was just sitting and watching. I was like, oh, that's why she's so dominant at this. Yeah. And when a player comes in from college or anywhere, you want them to at least have a strength in something. Mm-hmm. Your strength happens to be so strong that it allow people to now start commenting on the other things you can't do. Right? Because that was so amazing, right? And so, but that's the world that we all live in. Is the world that when people's they're gonna talk about what they can't do. Yeah. That you know what I'm saying? Like they can't do what you do, and they're gonna talk about it. And so, how do you feel about that? Like, how does that fuel you?
I think it just fuels me just to be better. Like I know, like in my rookie season, I averaged 13 and 13. Obviously, when I came into the league, nobody thought my game would translate at all. Right. Like they told me I wouldn't lead in rebounds. They told me I wouldn't be able to even score. So just being able to just prove myself before I prove anybody else, I think that was just my whole mindset going in. Like I wanted to come to Chicago. Like I told Teaspoon, you don't even know. I told Teaspoon, I told Jeff, like I don't care what y'all do, get me to Chicago.
All right, man. Thoughts on what I mean? That was kind of loaded as well. At the beginning part when she was like, "Man, if y'all got a problem with me getting rebounds and defensive and offensive rebounds, just box me out." Like we wouldn't have an issue. Like a lot of people were saying, "Oh man, she wouldn't have so many rebounds if she wasn't missing so many shots and rebounding her own shot." Well, she wouldn't rebound her own shot if people boxed her out. That's number one. Number two, if she did make all those shots instead of missing them and getting rebounds, they wouldn't be rebounds; they would be points. And she was already averaging almost 14. So imagine if she was averaging 18, which is what Caitlin averaged, then what would the story be? Instead of averaging 13 and 13, you average 18 and 10.
It's still a double-double. It's still great for a rookie.
And they can't dismiss her scoring at that point. I mean, because 13 points ain't nothing to sneeze at when you're not even a number one or number two option. Or number three, because they had Mabry for most of the time. So Kennedy Carter was the number one option. Mabry was number two. And then every now and then they'd dump it to Reese. But when Cardoza came back, they was trying to feed Cardoza. So I don't even know if like she was getting her points just off hustle. Getting 13 points just off hustle. No plays called for. Every now and then they threw it to her in the post. But I mean, they don't design her to get her points. They don't design her to get anything she get. All of it is off hustle and muscle, man. I think it's impressive. But go ahead.
I don't understand. Like even, but like this guy right here, yeah, he's absolutely right. I mean, I played D1 ball, but I never played in NFL. But I mean, even playing football, how I played, yeah, I'm competitive. I'm going to run my mouth like it's going to happen, and I'm going to let you know everything that I did. And if you don't like it, then stop me. Like she's absolutely right. Just stop me. So I understand that point, but it's like there's always like people that try to downplay something that somebody does. Dennis Rodman went to the Hall of Fame doing that. He didn't even score the points. He just got the rebounds and kicked the ball back out. That's literally all he did. So, you know, I saw where somebody said 39%, you know, averaging 13 points is still bad. I mean, if you're getting 13, if you're shooting 39%, but you're getting 13 rebounds, it kind of evens itself out. So
yeah. See, comments like this, even when we trying to responsibly have this conversation and kill the nonsense, like we just want to enjoy the basketball and not have to be on edge and think about race at all, or fake jealousy or fake targeting and all this stuff that they're throwing out there. Okay, it was good for the season to get the attention and all stuff, but let's be real about this. Nobody's jealous. Nobody's targeting. You know, y'all just now seeing the WNBA play physical basketball for the first time this season. Look, just because y'all haven't seen it before doesn't mean that it didn't exist. Everyone gets the same type of smoke that the rookies got this season. This is not a jealousy thing, right? So, but I just want to ask you, Dale, do you want to watch the game without the drama, or do you need this?
He don't want
like what happens if Reese gets traded to the Fever and plays with Caitlin Clark? Then what is going to be what are you going to fuel your? And I doubt you watch games, Dale. I don't think you watch the games for real.
Not one. Highlights.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, Dale. So Caitlin Clark bought us here. I think we started this back in 2020 during COVID. Caitlin Clark was like in the 8th grade. So Caitlin Clark definitely didn't bring anybody here. Not at all.
Yeah, a woman named Angelique brought me here. So
yeah.
But if Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark ended up on the same team, it would be one of two extremes would happen. And there's no medium, there's no slight. It'd be one of two extremes. One extreme is that the majority of the Caitlin Clark fan base embraces Angel Reese because now Caitlin Clark gets the help that she apparently so desperately needs in Indiana with 3 other top 3 picks, whatever. So they embrace her and be like, oh, this team is going to the finals, da-da-da-da. And then you get the other extreme where now what it is now is going to become way worse. You're going to say that she's riding the coattails of Caitlin Clark and da-da-da, this, that, and third, blah, blah, blah. So for my sanity's sake, I don't ever want to see them on the same team.
I do.
Hey, I like this comment right here. Everyone's getting the same smoke as CC ? CC got 17% of all flagrant fouls. I will let you use that 17% stat in that narrative if you can tell me how many flagrant fouls there were in total for the NBA, so you'll know how many that 17% is. And I also want you to tell me who number 2 was and who number 3 was behind Caitlin Clark in receiving flagrant fouls. And I want you to tell me if number 2 is being targeted as well. If you would have said she got 100% of the flagrant fouls, then that would make sense. But 17%, what did number 2 get? Right? 5 fouls, 5 flagrant fouls. What did number 2 get? How many did number 2 get? Because you can't do data analysis if you're just gonna cherry pick one stat and not even look at everyone to see if there's a disparity or not.
I have to say something though. So Caitlin Clark is getting 17% of flagrant fouls. Of course, she's going to be in the line of fire much more. Do we see what she's doing just to get a shot off? Just to drive into the lane? With every 3-point shot that she takes, with every shot that she takes his left arm and pushes. She could push them in the face, the chest, the side, like that's what she's doing, very aggressively pushing off of someone. So that's going to cause her to be in the line of fire for more fouls, whether somebody's doing that back to her to get back or just fouling her hard when they have the opportunity and when they have a foul to give. That's not targeting her though.
It's not.
That's playing the game. That's how you play the game. You figure out when you're allowed to foul, and you might foul hard to teach someone a lesson to stop doing that. And she's getting away with it where no other players are not getting away with that push off. It is an offensive foul for everyone else.
Yeah.
So
and look, when you got an entire media base, an entire fan base that's flooding social media and flooding the networks, showing you every foul that she's ever received and putting pressure on the WNBA and the refs to do something about it because she's getting targeted and all this stuff. And then on top of that, she's flopping. Yeah, some of those flagrant fouls that was called flagrant were not even real fouls for real.
They weren't even a foul.
Yeah, so I mean, you gotta look at all that stuff, man. But it is what it is. Just like when people say LeBron, oh man, the only reason why LeBron has all those turnovers is because he has the ball in his hand so much. And then on the flip side, I say, well, ain't that the same reason why he has all those assists? Because he has the ball all the time. So when you talk about Caitlin Clark, she has all those assists because she has the ball all the time.
She also
and that's the same reason why she has all those flagrant fouls, because she always got the ball. Who else you go foul on the Fever? If she always got the rock,
also you take a look at the other rookies in the league and you take a look at how many minutes Caitlin Clark plays, and she plays the most minutes of everybody. Yeah. She plays all 40 minutes in the game. 40 minutes a game is what she's averaging. So she's going to be in that action. Is she not?
Yeah.
And we saw what happened. Who flagrantly fouled her in the playoffs when she was eliminated? Oh, it was an eye poke, right?
That's
the eye poke that caused her to get swept.
This crazy.
But she dropped 25 in an elimination
game. Did you see the fouls in that Connecticut Sun game?
Of course.
Oh my God, boy. They weren't
even calling anything.
They wasn't calling nothing in the playoffs.
They didn't call anything.
But how? Okay. I'm saying she's the most hit and foul. How do you know that?
They don't know that. First of all, the numbers are probably made up numbers. That's
it's social media, man. We got a call on the line, man. Caller from Pennsylvania. Go ahead.
Yo, what's up, man? It's 33 Fugi.
What's good, bro?
I just want to say, man, like, are we the only ones that's from the era where, like, Olympic women's basketball was, like, crazy because they didn't have a professional league? So it was like you got to see Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoops and Rebecca Lobos and all them players play, like, and then when the WNBA first came out, everybody was enthusiastic about it because we was pretty much a basketball culture, you know, in the Jordan era. Like, everybody in America liked a little bit of basketball. Like, when do we get to the point where we needed racial strife to market people doing something at the highest level? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I have no clue. I don't think race is even needed, but I mean,
even with the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson thing, right? Like, those two was just competitors. They played in the most televised national championships in college basketball history, and then they happened to go to rival franchises in the NBA, and they was just competitors. Larry wasn't looking at Magic like an N-word, and Magic wasn't looking at Larry like, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. But the media introduces all these narratives. I think that they really, you know, Angel Reese and Caitlin, they're really competitors, and they want to compete against each other on the next level to see who's better, just like they did in the national championships that they played in. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else is injecting this narrative about it.
Yeah. Hey, great Caitlin Clark fan, like I asked you to do, come back with the number 2 and the number 3 person that was behind Caitlin Clark with flagrant fouls and tell me how many they had. I know the answer, right? So you go find it. You go do that research that I did, do that leg work, and do a real data analysis, right? Don't just look at Caitlin Clark and say, oh, 17%, 5 flagrant fouls, they're targeting her. Go find out who number 2 and number 3 is. Tell me how many they had, and then I want you to tell me if it's the same thing targeting like you call it for Caitlin Clark. Until you do that, then I know you just throwing stuff out there.
It's just an opinion.
To add on to that, what's Caitlin Clark's usage rate versus the other top 3 flagrant foul leaders?
High as hell.
Correct. I mean, that's a good point.
If you want to throw numbers around, let's use the numbers.
Yeah. They don't know how to do data analysis, man. They don't, man. But I appreciate the call, Siggy, man. Thank you, man.
No problem.
All right.
It's crazy.
All right, let's get one more call, y'all. And then we move. Let's get one more call. Yeah, they don't know how to look at numbers for real.
He says nobody knew Asia had back-to-back MVPs until Caitlin showed up.
Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? God.
Maybe you didn't.
But you notice that, like, so because Caitlin Clark didn't not only win Rookie of the Year as well as MVP, the media has to take note that she was 4th in MVP votes because they want to try to make it seem like they can equate her to that historical season that Candace Parker had of MVP and Rookie of the Year.
Caitlin Clark fan got a sense of humor, so I like that. I give you a pass, Caitlin Clark. You got a sense of humor. Hey, Chris, on the phone. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
What's good?
Oh Lord.
I know you fresh off of
oh Lord.
I know you fresh off of coloring the Caitlin Clark coloring book.
She had a very good season, man.
Yeah, of course she did.
I think we should all give a round of applause for a great rookie year by Caitlin Clark. She had a very good season, man.
I agree.
There was a round of applause. That's it.
No, I agree. No, you're 100% right.
Coming in the game with this much hype and everybody watching her, all the eyes on her, she lived up to those expectations, man.
Yeah, she lived up to it, but she came in dead in the water. I mean, there was about 10 games where she didn't live up to it. She was asleep. She woke up after the All-Star break. Let's be real about that.
Okay, but you can't name 5 players who came in like Magic Johnson. Came in and won a championship, won Finals MVP.
Candace Parker.
His rookie year.
Candace Parker.
Name 5. Give me 5 players that came in the game.
Candace Parker won MVP and Rookie of the Year. They might have won the championship that year too as a rookie too.
I'm pretty sure she did.
You said 5? 5 females?
Can you name 5?
No, 5 females, males. Give me 5 players.
Cynthia Cooper.
Game.
Cynthia Cooper.
Won an MVP.
Cynthia Cooper.
And won a championship.
Cynthia Cooper. Candace Parker.
Cheryl Swoops.
Ben Roethlisberger was Rookie of the Year and Super Bowl. Won the Super Bowl. That's 3.
Lisa Leslie.
Didn't Lisa Leslie win MVP in the title?
Lisa Leslie. Football, man. I said
hey, man.
Hey,
but
man.
We just named 5, but we did just name 5 for you.
Hold on. How many Sue Bird got? Sue Bird got an MVP?
Of course she does.
I'm talking about coming in as a rookie, man. I'm not talking about overall in their career.
In the men's sport, no one does that either. But
moving the goalpost.
So regardless of who's done it before, somebody has done it before. And so we were trying to pass it off as Caitlin was doing it, and she didn't. She won Rookie of the Year. We're all happy for her. And instead of us celebrating that right now, we're talking about the division between her and Angel Reese. And the fans have created not an actual division, but fake division. We're seeing comments of how she needs attention. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
The WNBA needs attention.
Clark, but if you
they
like,
all need attention.
That's very true. They do all need attention. But if you like Caitlin Clark, why do folks have to hate Angel Reese or any other player?
I don't hate Angel Reese.
Okay. So you just think that Caitlin Clark is a great player and she's changed the game? Like, what is it? Like, what's the premise of what you're trying to say?
This is the beginning of a very long career for Caitlin Clark, and she's going to be, the next face of the WNBA.
She's not the next face. She is the face of the WNBA.
She's not the face of the WNBA.
Unfortunately, she is. She's definitely the face. She's definitely the face of the WNBA. Is she the best player in the world? No, that's Asia Wilson. But the entire media.
No, that's Luka Doncic. But
we're talking about the WNBA, so we're not talking about Luka Dad Bod Doncic. We're talking about Caitlin Clark, somebody who's won 0 titles in college and 0 titles in the WNBA and was just swept in the first round.
And that's y'all face of the league.
Yeah, she is, man.
She ain't.
And as the years
y'all entitled to y'all opinions, though. Y'all entitled to y'all opinions. She might be the face of the league in a couple of years, but her time is dwindling down because in a couple of years there's this incredible talent in USC called Juju Watkins who will be coming into the WNBA, and the game is going to be on notice at that point.
Chris, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think that that Kevin Durant is better than Luka Doncic right now, currently?
Yes.
And I'm asking my panel member, Chris, like hands down, right? Like without question.
Yes.
But would you say that Kevin Durant is the face of the league over Luka Doncic?
Luka's not the face of the league.
He is.
He's not
the face of the foreign NBA.
And he's better than Kevin Durant.
He's not better
now
than Kevin Durant.
and then. Now and then.
He was
way better than Kevin Durant.
No, he's not.
Kevin Durant gets crushed and gets talked trash to, and he doesn't do nothing but laugh.
Didn't Luka Doncic just get fouled out in the finals?
Hold on. You said Kevin Durant just laughs. Yeah, because he's about to go kill you on the other end of the court. But like Luka Doncic, you know how often? Hold on. You know how often Dallas plays 4-on-5 because Luka's talking to the ref?
All the time. I could tell you about it.
65 to 75% of the game is 4-on-5 because Luka's complaining to the ref. That's not better than Kevin Durant. You don't play defense. That's not better than Kevin Durant.
Now that I am tired of Luka doing all that talking to the ref. But if any one of them players talk trash to Doncic, he's gonna drop 40 on your top. Kevin Durant is gonna pass the ball and look around to see who's open, do his little hezzy tween, run to the mid range. I mean, come on, man. I'm tired of Kevin Durant.
You're asking a guy. Hold on.
Diminishes his career every year, dude. Every year.
Hold on. You're asking a guy who's coming up in year 18 who had an Achilles injury to do all these things that this younger, supposed to be more athletic guy is supposed to do at his age.
Who's more athletic?
Supposedly more athletic.
No, he's not. That ain't even supposedly. No, he's not.
Luka is supposed to be able to do these things.
No, he's not.
No, I'm talking.
Luka doesn't have to be athletic. He will cook your favorite player. Name your favorite player. Luka will cook him.
Can you do it, or do I have to do it?
No. We're not even getting into this because we just let Chris bomb this podcast. Get out of here, Chris. We appreciate the phone call.
What you mad for, dude? You mad because Kevin Durant?
I'm not mad, but we're not gonna let you hide. We're not gonna let you. Lucky I don't got
like that.
You don't. You lucky I'm not controlling the phone call.
He never was like that. Even in OKC.
Hey, we appreciate the phone call.
He won't like that. He got his one MVP, and that's it.
We appreciate the phone call.
He's not like that, dude.
We glad that you got power out there in North Carolina.
He can play.
We glad you.
He got skill. He's talented, but he doesn't have the heart. He never had it, which is why he's not that guy.
We talking about the W.
Kevin Durant will not be remembered. He's not going to be remembered.
All right, get him out of here.
He's a 7 foot tall dude who can dribble. That's it. That's it. That's all we're gonna remember him for. He's that 7 footer that can dribble and shoot.
That whole thing I used to say about James.
Stop it, bro.
It's the same thing.
It's like
that whole.
It's like
Stop
it, bro.
Everything. And I am a 100% Mavericks fan till I die. You know what I'm saying? But I can be truthful about Luka Doncic. It's that whole net average thing. If you scoring 56 but giving up 55, your net average is a 1. That shit don't count.
The man just
doesn't count. Bro, if you're scoring 56,
hold on, Corey.
And you giving up 55, your net average is a 1.
I love this. That
was your difference in the basketball game was 1 point. That's it.
Congratulations.
That's all your difference was.
Congratulations to Luka for winning second place. Congratulations. I didn't know that we gave out trophies and medals and rings and banners for second place. So congratulations. Congratulations to that. And you talking about he made it to the finals. Did he make it to the finals? Because if I remember, it was 4-1.
Yeah, so real quick. Hey, Chris, hold on real quick. We got another caller from California that just called in. Hey, go ahead, caller.
What's happening, man? Down it's the real Elise.
What's good, man? Where you been?
Life, just working.
I feel you.
I mean, basketball season's coming back around, though, so,
Yeah. What's your thoughts?
You're going to hear and see a lot more of me. Hey, but, dude is delusional about this Luka stuff. Luka does what he does because he's just a great scorer, but as far as being better than Kevin Durant, I don't think that Luka would have been able to do with Steph Curry what Kevin Durant was able to do with Steph Curry, like, in my opinion, because Kevin Durant, he has the bandwidth to play more defense. A 7-footer who can guard every position. Luka doesn't play not one lick of defense, and that showed in the finals. He was a great scorer, but he shot a high volume of shots and he shot a low percentage. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you put physicality and body that's big on Luka, he kind of struggles a little bit. I know he got past the Minnesota Timberwolves and OKC, but it took him, like Kyrie freed up a lot of his, ISOs and everything, and he got the right match. You know what I'm saying? The right matchup that he wanted in those games. And they went to the finals, but I knew that they wasn't going to win because Luka, he's not going to give it to you on both ends of the court. He's going to get tired and he's going to complain a lot to the referees, which we've seen him do throughout all his whole career. And that's the reason. And he's never in shape. So he looks like he might be in shape this year, but that was one of the complaints Jason Kidd had with him coming into every season since Jason Kidd has been the coach, has been his condition. And it's only going to show he's getting older, more injury prone. I don't think Dallas is going to be there. In my opinion, I don't care. The whole play thing, I don't care about that. They lost, Derrick Jones Jr., who was a great defender, and he was like the Bruce Bowen of the Dallas Mavericks, in my opinion. So that's what I had on that. I don't know. Was that the topic? I was just responding to the caller. He just sounded crazy.
he's still on the line.
You sounding crazy. Oh, you still on the line? What about that? You sound like a LeBron. Check this out, dude. Luka Doncic was hurt this whole playoffs. Let's start there. No. Right. Number 2.
So he plays defense when he's healthy.
So he gets fouled out.
Number 2, he didn't start playing defense until he went to Golden State. So stop that. And another thing, even Steph Curry's better than Kevin Durant because the whole time in the playoffs, everybody was doubling Steph. Players are more afraid of Steph and his gravity than Kevin Durant. They let Kevin Durant shoot.
What?
Let him shoot. That's why he won those finals MVP. They let the man shoot.
Hey, hold on, 1 second. Hold on, real quick. This will tell me everything I need to know. Hold on, this will tell me everything I need to know. Hold on, Chris. Hold on. Chris, how old are you?
You said what?
How old are you?
I'm like about 30. I'm 29. What's up?
You are not 29.
You don't really know nothing about basketball. That's what it is.
Chris, where you going with this line of questioning?
I'm gonna let you slide, bro. I'm about to flame your little egg ass. I'm about to flame your little egg ass. Flame your ass, nigga. Broke ass nigga. Fuck the fuck up, nigga.
All right, man. Hey, look, we gonna put y'all on ice, man. Hey, look, listen, Elisa, we gonna put y'all on. Hey, we thank y'all for calling, man. We're gonna put y'all on ice, man. Y'all getting a little bit too heated, man. It's just sports, fellas, man. Remember, we all brothers and sisters at the end of the day, man. It's just sports.
Yes, sir. Money don't have nothing to do with that, LeBron.
All right, brother. All right, thank y'all. Did y'all want me to stop there earlier?
You should have stopped
a while ago,
15 minutes ago.
Why y'all didn't stop?
The moment Luka got, I tried.
I kept saying, man, I'm ready to go. Like, let's go.
I tried. The moment Luka got mentioned, we should have. Yeah.
What's wrong with Luka getting mentioned though?
Man,
Chris,
I don't even want
Chris and Luka. You know where it's gonna go. You know where it's gonna go.
And he love him some Luka. You know Chris don't really like Luka that much, right? For real. Chris just be trolling us, y'all.
Yeah, okay.
I'm telling you, man. Chris be trolling us, man. But no, I mean, I think that was interesting stuff, man.
For sure.
I did want to show y'all one thing though.
What's up?
If I can get it on screen, because like I was telling the dude earlier, it's important to kind of analyze the data, and you got to compare the data, and you got to look for disparities. The reason why I know that because I do that for a living, right? So I kind of analyze that data like daily. so I know you just can't look at raw stuff and not compare it to nothing, and then think you know what you're talking about, right? So I'm gonna pull something up for y'all. Now I told that guy to go and find me who number 2 and number 3 was, just to compare it. But I found something better, because I went back 2 years just to see who had the most flagrant fouls last year and the year before last. What y'all think I found? Do you think anybody else had 5 or 4 fouls like Caitlin did? And was anybody calling it targeting or anything? The answer is no, right? But let me show it to y'all. And also, look, some of the flagrant fouls, like you if you go look it up, they'll show you all 5 of them. One of them was contesting the shot, and it's an automatic flagrant foul if you land on their foot, because you didn't give them a landing place. That's not targeting. That happens all the time.
Right.
I'm contesting my shot.
I have a question though. Do you know who in your data do you have who has the most technical fouls? Because how come her fans have nothing to say about her having the most technical fouls of the season of anybody?
I can pull it up too. Hold on. Let me show you the.
They have nothing to say about her behavior, but somehow everybody else's behavior is just so horrible.
Okay, I put that on screen too, right? So this is the technical fouls of the season. Caitlin Clark is number 3 with 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the technical fouls fall out. Hothead, that's what she brings to the table, right? But let's look at these flagrant fouls as well. And I'll put that on screen. And this is Rebecca Lobo, because she got tired of all the race baiting and, all the false narratives and stuff like that. So she did the research herself. Was like, look, in 2023, Satu Sabali was flagrantly fouled 4 times. In 2022, Era Powers was flagrantly fouled 5 times, right? So that's the last 2 years, 5 and 4 for 2 separate different players, and no one put the narrative out there that they were being targeted, right? Nobody. Now, when it comes to the most technical fouls, we can go to see who's dishing out the flagrant fouls as well. And it's funny. I think the most flagrant fouls and most technical fouls of all time is Diana Taurasi by far. She's killing it. But I found it odd that the two Fever players that are teammates of Caitlin Clark's last year, they both, Aaliyah Boston had 3 flagrant fouls that she committed last year, and Kelsey Milsha had 2. I just thought that was interesting. Like, what do you make of that?
What I make of that is that the Fever have trouble with their defense, and they got even worse this year. What? Why are you laughing?
I'm
just saying, I'm going to be doing a show, and I looked up some data too, because I was looking at how, Caitlin Clark's stats helped her team.
Yeah. Caitlin, a lot of people say she's been targeted. It's all over the place. Let's not pretend like it's not there. But let's move along, man.
Caitlin Clark is one of the people saying that she was targeted. He was just on here saying she's been targeted. She has 17% of the flagrant fouls.
Yeah.
I concur.
Yeah, that is funny. All right, so let's move along, man. So LeBron James, right? The season is about to start. I think they already had a preseason game today. Boston played Denver, so the NBA is back, and you know the NBA. Oh man, just get ready for all the narratives, all the drama, some basketball, but a lot of LeBron, and LeBron is already making waves, right? So he's getting interviewed and asked him, "Hey, what do you got left to do? You know, is there anything that you want to accomplish?" He was like, "Nah, everything else is from here is like icing on the cake. I've accomplished everything." Right. And Rod Parker had his thoughts about it. I'm gonna play what he said, and then I'll come back with y'all's commentary.
Is there anything left for me to accomplish as a basketball player?
As a basketball player, on the court or off the court?
No. Everything else is extra credit. I'll take it. Though. I love it. I love what I do. I don't need to. I got everything.
LeBron James.
He's got everything. So this season, winning a championship, that's not something to accomplish. I mean, I get it. And I'm always saying that he hasn't accomplished a lot, but why are you playing then? Is it just for pictures with you and your son with the same uniform on, or are you trying to win another championship? What I have to accomplish is to win this fine organization, which did me a solid, put my team, my son.
Wait, did him a what?
A solid.
What did he do for them?
No,
a few years back.
No, he did him a solid by taking a son who any other kid without that name, Kelvin, would not be drafted by the Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Nobody else averaging 5 points for a bad USC team is getting drafted.
I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
I absolutely have no argument there.
I'm not saying that he couldn't have been a free agent and signed and worked his. That's not what I'm saying, or he didn't deserve a chance opportunity. That's the solid they did so that they could do something for LeBron. I'm just saying that if I'm a Laker fan, I want to hear that winning a championship for this organization is what I have left to accomplish. I want to win a championship every year that I continue to play in this league. That's what I want, not I don't have anything to accomplish. I've done everything.
Rob Parker, the question was, do you feel you have anything left to accomplish? The question wasn't, what are your goals for the season? So she's asking him, in a historical context, you've played 22 years.
Win as many games, championship as
that
Michael
wasn't
Jordan?
the question.
Why?
No, why do I? But that doesn't have to be my accomplishment. That's what y'all want me to do.
No, that's what he wants.
How you gonna tell that man what he wants?
That's what he wants.
No, that question wasn't. You're mixing up want and what he has left to accomplish. Literally, the man has nothing. He has the scoring leader, which. By the way, what's the first thing they ask him? They show what they asked him in 2003. They said, how do you define your game? And he said, I'm a passer, I'm a distributor, I get guys going. So this man, as we all know, passing has been his main thing, yet he's an all-time leading scorer. He has 4 rings, 4 MVPs, should have been at least 8, but that's a story for another day. And he led the Laker organization to a ring, led Cleveland to a ring, led Miami to a couple rings. Now the man that got his son in the NBA, sat and had a media day with his son. What else is there left for him? He has been an ambassador for the game. He has been a champion for social commentary and political things. The question was, is there anything left for you to accomplish? Not what is your goal for the season?
No,
that's 2 different things.
No, it's not. Do you have anything left to accomplish? Sure. I want to win 2 more championships, or I want to win a championship every year I play for the Lakers.
He wants to, and that's the cherry on top he was referring to.
Yeah, but that's the thing that he still could have said. It just sounded like, I've done everything. I don't know. I'm just here.
Rob Parker,
that's not what I want to hear.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever in your life had the question, is LeBron going to be mentally prepared, physically prepared, and going to give it his all? No. We know absolutely for certain that he's about to come and bring it. He's about to be the absolute best version of himself. He's in amazing shape. I just was with the guy yesterday. He is going to have high expectations for his teammates. We already know what he is mentally to the game. And that's why we don't have to worry about that. So the given is he's trying to win a championship.
Yeah, but the given is you could always still say that. And when someone asks you about what you're going to do or what you want to do or is there anything left, I think that my first thing is I play basketball to win a championship. So is there something less to accomplish? Sure there is. To win another championship for this city, for this organization, for this franchise, whatever you want to say, sure there is. Maybe not for you personally because you've already won, but there's got to be. That's why I play. I play for the people in the city and all this other stuff that comes on.
So listen, I'm gonna be really quick, and then I want y'all to jump in. But just right off the bat, for you to still be playing and you say that you still playing at a high level, for for all those things to be true, and for someone to ask you, is there anything left for you to accomplish basketball wise? I understand you saying no, not really. I've done everything I could do, but what I would say is the people like Michael Jordan, Kobe, Larry Bird, when they felt like it was nothing else for them to accomplish, they went and sat their butt down. This is a young man's game. Go sit your old butt down. So obviously there's something that he still want to do, right? So he wasn't 100% honest on that. Number two is, how about you bring those 10 championships to Miami that you promised? All right, how about you accomplish that? How about you prove you can be a good free throw shooter? Why don't you master the free throw line, right? And why don't you prove that you the GOAT? Because you want everybody to think you the GOAT. Why don't you prove that? You still got to prove that. Why don't you go get 6 rings, right? So I say, at least those 3 things you still need to prove. You still got to accomplish that, right? You still got to pass Kobe. You still got to pass Magic. You still got to pass Jordan, like you said you wanted to do, right? Last thing I say is, can we kill that narrative that he's a pass first player who just so happened to just slip up and get the scoring record? He's not a pass first player. If you hang your hat on being a passer, how come you're not a better passer than Magic, John Stockton, J. Kidd, Mark Jackson? How come they're still ahead of you? Right? So you're a pass first player and you want to be the GOAT, but you're not even the best passer. You get what I'm saying? So he's not a pass first player. There's never been a team that LeBron was on that anyone shot the ball more than him. He's the scorer for his team. He's a shoot first player who has the ball so much and plays point guard also. So he's getting the assists as well. He's not pass first. He's pass also. He shoots the ball just as much as Kobe and Mike. He just has the ball as a point guard, so he get assists as well. I'm off my soapbox, but go ahead.
I can honestly, I'm totally down to get rid of the pass first narrative for LeBron. I think it's completely ridiculous, and it was created and I feel like coined because he repeatedly gave up that last shot and was famously criticized for it by so many people. So we came up with an excuse, like we always do for everything that he doesn't do well on the court, is, oh, he's a pass first player. Oh, he can't shoot free throws. He never was able to shoot that well. It's been going on since he was in high school. Like, these are all things that you should be able to work on. So Mel, the only thing I disagree with out of what you said was that the things that he still needs to accomplish. Yes, we know he needs to accomplish that. Like, everybody on the panel knows that. Yeah, why don't you prove that you're the GOAT? Why don't you go out and get some more rings like you've promised that you were going to do, right? Like, yeah, we know that. But even if LeBron just answered like better and said, hey, like, I'm really just looking forward to continuing to improve my game this season. Last year, I got better from 3. I shot 41% from 3. I'm looking to continue to do that this season, make really great plays with my teammates, and enjoy this season with my son and see how far we can take this season. And ultimately, just prove that I can still hang in a young man's league. That's what I would have liked to hear him say. He would have nailed it. And what would we be talking about today? Nothing. But instead, we have to talk about how LeBron James repeatedly refers to himself as the perfect basketball player that can never do anything better. He's got nothing to accomplish. Are you kidding me, LeBron? Really? You're still on the floor. As long as you suit up, Mel, if you went out to play right now with your son, what do you have to accomplish?
Not losing. That ain't happening.
Exactly. Like, hey, I'm trying to get out there and win ball games with this club. I'm trying to continue to be a mentor this season. Like, okay, yes. What do you have to accomplish left in the game of basketball might sound different from, oh, well, what do you want to accomplish this season? But to me, they're one and the same, because as long as you're still playing, LeBron, you still need to prove that you can hang with, new incoming players, up and coming superstars, guys that are winning finals, leaving you behind. So yes, you're still out there on the floor. You can play, but you're not playing at a high level, getting knocked out in the first round.
Dominque, I don't even.
He does have ownership in that.
I don't even think that's the case. I think he's just been honest and be like, I'm coming in the league and I'm gonna feed my son.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen.
Why not?
That's cool.
He say that, but
he knows they ain't gonna win.
Here's the thing about it, right?
Because he's gonna feed his son.
Here's the thing about it, right? As polarizing of a figure as he is, right? It all comes down to what you say and how you say it, right? whether it be the eyes and ears of the organization listening, body language and context matters, right? So if they ask you, what do you have left to prove? And you say absolutely nothing. Statistically and accolade wise, that might be true. You got the MVPs, you got the all NBAs, you got the rings, this, that, blah, 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 blah. Cool, right? But to say you have nothing left to prove, to me, that means you're taking up a roster spot. Like Mel said, like
taking up dead
go,
weight.
Go home.
Chris,
go home, Roger, because if you have nothing left to prove, that means you came to this game and you did everything that you set out to accomplish. You did everything and you done everything that you set out to do, right? If you say that you have nothing left to prove, you're gonna go into the season and now it's just like you're supposed to, this is your swan song essentially. But we've been in the LeBron swan song for 3 fucking years.
3.
It feels like since 20 for me, it feels like the entire Lakers tenure has been that. That's what it seems like for me. And honestly, Chris, think about it. You're saying swan song, but LeBron is saying this to take away and I think remove the narrative that he's not really just here to widen the gap on that scoring leader.
Yeah. Yeah, he don't want nobody to get it. He want to put it. Yeah,
he's just here to pad the stat. Like, let's be for real. That's all that we talk about are his stats. Yeah. That's all his fans talk about. That's what he talks about. So that's what he's here to do. You're right. He's right. He doesn't have anything left to accomplish. He doesn't have anything else that he even wants to accomplish. He's gotten his son a roster spot that he didn't deserve. He's not going to win and compete for a title.
He got to show his son can play in the league, and that's what he's going to do. He is going.
He doesn't. Why does he have to show that, Corey? He's got to show it to you, me, Mel, and Chris, right? To this panel, we want to see that, but he doesn't actually have to show that. He got a roster spot in a guaranteed 4-year contract for his son, who just averaged 5 effing points and was never a star in anything. He's selling out all the jerseys, Bronny James Jr., and he doesn't have to be good at anything. He gets to be a Kardashian. I listened to the Lakers media day, and he sat there and said, yeah, the cameras are really nice and cool. You just want to be on camera. He's complicit in this. And I feel bad for Bronny, but he is actually complicit and is joining in this. They're just there for the reality show.
I don't think that Bronny even really, like, truly in his heart wants to be there. I think that this is his daddy's dream, and his dad is going to force feed this dream to him this season.
Let me ask you something, though, Corey. If you could be a Los Angeles Laker and be on that court, the same court that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played on, the same court that Kobe Bryant played on, Magic Johnson, Jerry West, would you not take that opportunity even if you sucked?
I mean, it's an underrated experience because Omar Epps did it on the Love and Basketball movie, and like he had the jersey on and everything. So, I mean, that's basically what he's doing. He's doing Love and Basketball. He's doing the Omar Epps joint right now.
I don't even think he's doing that. Omar Epps played better than him. He was a star in high school.
Omar Epps did take his team to the tournament, then, and it was the same thing.
And they were saying that he's got to go to the draft. They were saying he was ready. We saw what happened to him, but he was a legit NBA player. Bronny is not. And we're approaching Halloween, and we're going to see that costume.
I'm telling you, this is about to be a movie, man. I'm telling you.
It is a movie. Shout out to Strife. If that's the same Strife that I'm following on Twitter or on X, man, y'all go follow him on X, man. Strife be posting good stuff. And sometimes he reposts our stuff, and he reposts Sports Tea and some of the stuff when Dominque be cooking. So if that's the same Strife, I'm not sure if it is, but if it is, man, shout out to you, big dog.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just thought about this while we were talking, right? What if, because we've had some people, who've been on in the comments, or some guests who've come on the panel, people in mainstream media, right, have said that LeBron exhibits prime narcissistic tendencies, right? What's to say that LeBron is only staying in the league because he knows that once he's done playing and his game is final, is when the full critique of his game comes out. And
it's more than just the full critique, Chris. It's a lot of things.
But I'm saying, like, him being on the court now, is still, there's a window and a chance for him to defend against the criticism. He can change the narrative. But when he's done and he hangs it up, he can't defend it anymore. We have the tape. And what's to say that he's not just prolonging the inevitable because he doesn't want to deal with that heat?
He don't want to deal with that.
It's going to be more than that. It's going to be the scandal surrounding Balco probably resurfacing and making some more traction once he retires.
Or them Diddy parties.
The Diddy part, someone called into my show and said that they think that LeBron won't even make it through the season, that he's going to wind up retiring halfway through, or at least announcing. I don't believe that. I believe he's sticking around for the next 2 or 3 years.
Sheesh.
He's going to draw this out as long as he can to stay on that island of relevancy.
Relevancy, he can't give it up. And when you're a Kardashian, you need the camera on you constantly. It's a sickness. It's it's that social media era that we're in where you can't really survive without it, without the attention, without the validation from others, being told you're great every day. He's been told he's great every single day, probably since he was about 8 years old.
Yeah. Hey, I did figure some stuff out while y'all was talking that he was because I was trying to figure out why people say he passed first. I did figure out some things that he passed first. Accountability.
Passing up the ball.
He passes up accountability. He passes the buck, and he passes blame. He does that. He does that first. He will pass it before he actually accepts it. So, yeah, he does those things pass first for sure.
But you know who else is like him and doesn't even have nearly as many capabilities or a talent as LeBron? Draymond Green.
Oh my God!
Never seen him like they're both like he's like copying the LeBron blueprint.
Let Draymond tell it. If Draymond retires, writes a book, or goes on his podcast just to air everything, let Draymond tell it. He's the reason they won 4 rings.
Man, but he thinks he's just as important as Steph.
I mean, look, LeBron has Andre Drummond saying that he was the greatest rebounder of all time, and he's not even
greatest defender. Greatest defender.
No, he said rebounder. Best rebounder
Draymond?
ever. Andre Drummond.
Oh, Andre Drummond. Yeah, he did say that. I thought you were talking about Draymond.
And Andre Drummond said that LeBron was the greatest rebounder ever.
No. Andre Drummond said himself.
Oh.
I'm not mad at it. He's just wrong.
I'm mad at it.
Okay, so
he's wrong.
No,
he's wrong, but I'm not mad at it.
Not the best rebounder ever, but prime Andre Drummond was a rebounding machine. But
he's a rebounding machine of what, though? But can I ask you, though, what are you rebounding? Like he
rebounded just as good as Dwight Howard rebounded.
No,
but to take credit for being a great rebounder in a defenseless league is pretty shameful. That's not.
I mean, he's a good rebounder, though.
Andre Drummond played when it was transitioning. It wasn't fully defenseless, and then he played for a Pistons team who couldn't shoot, so he was always getting rebounds. So there's that. But I think the best defender of all time is Dennis Rodman. That's just
greatest rebounder of all time.
Yes, greatest rebounder of all time is. I mean, the way he broke down the science of how he was able to. That's just.
Yeah, I mean, but you can't lose with Sam Wilt either.
No.
Even Bill Russell was a great rebounder.
Of course, yeah.
There's just too many. Too many.
So, but
call up from California. Call up from California. Cut YouTube off so we don't hear the echo, and go ahead and speak.
Yo, what's up, fellas and lady? Dominque, what's up?
Hey.
What's happening?
I'm a Laker fan, so I'm gonna speak on LeBron and. Yeah, LeBron, to me, he's just a bottleneck for the Lakers right now. He's playing that power forward spot, and he's not even a good power forward. Like, I watched a lot of Laker basketball, and we need a dominant power forward that can, get double-doubles and make the job, help protect the rim like AD. This guy is running around on the outside, taking plays off. That's why we can't get nowhere, because he's not playing, to his capabilities. He's taking too many breaks. You know what I'm saying?
Your witness, Corey.
I don't disagree with him at all. I mean, he's not playing to win championships. Like, this season has nothing to do with the championship. This season has everything we're doing the spring to catapult his son. That's the only reason that he's there.
Sheesh.
That's it.
And another thing that I noticed about him is if he doesn't like the team, he'll mail it in. Like he'll play bad or not play bad, but he'll just make sure he gets his stats
No, you're right. You're right. He'll start sandbagging it and start getting his media pundits to ask for trades.
Well, they're going to do that in the beginning of the season anyway. They're going to do that to get Bronny in the lineup. You know that, right?
Bronny going to be in the lineup regardless.
The main thing that LeBron did when he got to the Lakers is he didn't recognize the talent of the players he had that were already there.
Right.
If you look at Dirk Nowitzki's 2011 Mavericks, or Kawhi Leonard's championship run with the Toronto Raptors, or Giannis with his run with the Milwaukee Bucks, I don't think you could find a team more talented than that young Lakers team that won a championship with that one superstar. If you look at Julius Randle's development, Zubac's development, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma, if you look at the talent of all those guys, if he wouldn't have orchestrated that AD trade, we'd be contending right now.
Sheesh.
With all those young guys on the team. And also, we could have got AD as a free agent.
Facts.
And we still could have got Rondo, and we still could have signed Dwight Howard.
All you had to do was wait 1 year.
That's all
you had to do was wait one year. But he was such in a rush because of his timeline of how old he was. That was now or never. He had to have it that year. What common sense is, dude, we got all these young guys. Some of them are on rookie contract. Kuzma, Ingram, you got Lonzo Ball. You got all these good players who got all-star potential. And AD wants to come over there, and all he got to do is wait 1 year and show up as a free agent, and you get to keep all of that. I just don't understand why you force them to do a trade so you can get them that year. But then again, if you look at it, the urgency was there because if they wait a year, they miss that. They're not ready during the bubble to take advantage of the bubble.
They don't win ever.
No.
But you know what's crazy?
And then you look at, we also gave up the number 1 pick in Darius Garland. That 4th round pick, we gave that pick up. That was Darius Garland. We also got rid of. We also traded away Russell Westbrook, and when we traded for Russell Westbrook, that cost us a pick, and then we had the 1st round pick actually, and then we had to get rid of him, and that cost us another 1st round pick. And now they want us to go into 2029 and 2031 and trade like 14 and 12-year-olds to try to get another ring. I'm like, no, let's just sell tickets. If that's what y'all want to do, sell tickets. But I'm just waiting for him to leave so we could and another thing, we need a guy with a chip on his shoulder to just push LeBron off the court, man.
Yeah.
We need a Kobe Shaq situation here, where Kobe just got rid of Shaq. We need a young player to do that. And we're not going to find that player if we trading away all of our 1st round picks.
Yeah, you're right. We don't need a 6'11" guy with braces. We don't need that at age 30. Or is that do Adu got braces, or is that girl from Are We There Yet? I get them mixed up. Thanks for the call, bro. Thanks.
He just has a unibrow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, right? Everybody loves to say that, LeBron makes every team and every player better that he plays with, right? But why didn't he develop, if that's the case, why didn't he develop that team?
But why does everybody get worse, Chris? I love that you brought that up. That is my most hated narrative because I don't think any player in a professional sport makes another player better. You have to do that for yourself. You have to get up every day, train, practice, work with your teammates. You guys play through each other. You have 5 people on the court. One person can't make a whole team better. That is so aggravating.
He makes it worse because he makes them play out of position.
He made them worse every single year. He made D Wade worse, Chris Bosh worse. Everybody got worse. Even Shaq looked bad playing near him. And Shaq was already doing bad, but he looked really, really bad.
Kevin Love got terrible.
Kevin Love into a spot-up shooter.
Kevin Love lost weight. He lost a crap ton of weight to play with LeBron, and he still looked bad. Yep. Everybody looks bad playing with LeBron.
Sheesh. All right. Phone line is still open. We're gonna take 2 quick calls and then we'll be done with this topic. But it was a couple of calls that was trying to come in while that last caller was on. So y'all can call back. And there's one of them.
I mean, think about it. It took Steph Curry till game 5 and 6 in the Olympics just to look good.
Yeah. Caller from California. Go ahead.
Well, it's happening. It's real easy again. I had to call back, and get some of this LeBron topic. If you think about what LeBron did to the Lakers, because I'm a huge Laker fan. I'm in the Bay Area. Of course, I'm a Warrior fan. You know what I'm saying? Hometown team, but I always grew up a Laker and Chicago fan. That's how I started watching sports back in the '80s. But LeBron, he got rid of all of Kobe's guys. All of those guys were drafted during the last 3 and 4 years of Kobe's career. Because, Kobe was battling those injuries. And the Lakers run was good. And those turned into lottery picks. You know what I'm saying? Alonzo Ball, Julius Randle. And like the previous caller said, if they had kept all of those guys and built organically how a franchise should do with drafting, young talent, player development, and free agency, the Lakers probably would be sitting on probably banner 1920, in my opinion. Because if you look at it, all those players that they traded, they all turned into all-stars and the guy on their respective team. Julius Randle was a 2010 guy. Kobe loved Julius Randle because Julius Randle, he had that grit. He had that work ethic. And we watched that when we watched, tapes of Julius Randle working out. Julius Randle has turned into a really good basketball player. I mean, people could say what they want about him, but he's a 2010 guy. We used to compare him to Zach Randolph. But I just think that he's a little bit more agile than Zach Randolph, has a better handle, and I think his jump shot is better than Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph was tougher, obviously. But all of those players, Brandon Ingram is another guy, came out of Duke. What he's turned into an all-star. His ability to score the basketball and use his length on the court. D'Angelo Russell, he's a Laker again right now than he was, earlier in his Laker days because of maturity reasons with him and Nick Young and that whole stupid stuff that they did. But, and then Alonzo Ball. If Alonzo Ball probably didn't get, bounced around the league, maybe he don't get injured. I mean, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, those are all Kobe's guys. So I'm thinking that LeBron, and it's a theory that I have, you call it conspiracy or whatever, but LeBron wanted to erase Kobe from everything. That's why Kobe's not even mentioned in GOAT debate. It's just Prime Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's crazy that, and I knew this was going to happen. I said, if LeBron comes to the Lakers, I can't support him anymore, ever. Just like if he comes to the Warriors, I can't support him. Cause the dude, I just believe that he would just, I think dude is really just sent to kind of you know what I'm saying? On the Kardashian level, dude is messing everything up. The competitiveness is not the same. He wanted everything easy. And check this out. LeBron's never been coachable. You can say what you want. LeBron is not coachable. He has an issue with every coach he ever played for. And Eric Spoelstra saved his legacy, and he still tried to get the guy fired. He fired David Blatt in the middle of a season when they were in first place. When do you see that happen? It just doesn't make any sense. The dude is out here destroying the integrity of the game. Everything needs to be easy. And check this out. LeBron ain't going to play with no young guys. It's like some of the younger guys on the Lakers right now are even on the roster. He ain't going to play with no young dudes. He needs veterans. So in that bubble year, they were all veterans, proven guys who won championships already. It was easy for him to play with no pressure because he's playing with guys that had already did it and already been there. Just like in Miami, it was no pressure. Then when he goes back to Cleveland, he's playing with veterans, the Cal Korvers, J.R. Smith, guys who's already been there. You know, the younger Kyrie, but Kyrie not scared of us. You see what he do. You know what I'm saying? When you get him a rock in an ISO situation or in a big time moment, he's always going to deliver for you. There's no pressure, but we know that pressure busts pipe. What have we seen the last four years? Even that first year when he came, he faked a groin injury, just like the other guy said. He sat out and faked the injury. He was not injured.
Well, what do you think he's going to do in this upcoming season? Well, so for this upcoming season, what do you predict for LeBron and the Lakers?
You said what is what? Excuse me.
So LeBron saying he has nothing to accomplish for this upcoming season, what do you think that he will accomplish this year?
LeBron is just really all about the theatrics right now. It's just a reality show. This is Love and Hip Hop, or whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. The cameras are rolling. He's filming his documentary every time. Everybody on ESPN and all the networks out here capping and saying dumb stuff.
It's about to premiere on Netflix, right?
I mean,
something's going to premiere on Netflix, I believe, right?
Right. And it's probably going to be on Hulu and Peacock and Paramount and HBO Plus and Showtime.
Yeah.
Dude is a joke, man. I don't know how people put stock in LeBron. I mean, he's showing you who he is. If somebody's showing you who he is, believe him.
Well, I thought that what he did with his press conference was that he was able to feed his fans more narratives. Now all of the media is going to be running with that. LeBron's got nothing to accomplish. And I mean, they've kind of given him this excuse, I think 2 years ago. AJ Redick was saying, he doesn't have to do anything. This year is going to be about him, winning the scoring title. So this year is about him playing with Bronny, but he can't just only say that, right? So he's got to just say that, he's got no expectations for this year. And it's just everything's extra credit. So he's playing for just extra points. That's how I heard it. Yeah. I heard it. He's just playing for the
no wrong. He's exempt from any accountability. They said, and like you just said, his whole career has been a narrative, a story. His whole career from day one. Back when I was in high school, I was telling everybody about how this was going to play out. They thought I was tripping. They thought I was crazy. They thought I was a conspiracy theorist. I seen the writing on the wall. They crowned the guy. They called him king, and he's only 16, 17 years old. Kobe is in the prime of his career. Kobe is the best player in the NBA, and that was when Jordan was in his last 2 seasons as a Washington Wizard.
I just wonder if the NBA. So I wonder if the NBA and LeBron James and his camp have always been complicit in pushing down the legacy of Kobe Bryant. Was this like a conversation? Like, I wonder if it was just like this kind of like coming together of the camps to do this, because it was something that, to me, like, the league was not giving Kobe his MVPs rightfully. They were not recognizing him. And then also you have this media wave, pushing him down and propping up LeBron.
Because Kobe, the league was transitioning into a media-driven league. Everything was about the media. Everything was about creating a narrative. That's why they don't like Carmelo Anthony, and his career played out the way it went. And that's why Allen Iverson's career fizzled out earlier than it should have. Because the media, it's all about the darlings of the NBA, the princesses, the queens. Not the kings, but the queens. And that's LeBron James. Kobe wasn't big in the media's eyes. If Kobe was big in the media's eyes, we wouldn't even be having this conversation about LeBron.
I think Kobe was huge in the media's eyes. I really do. I don't believe that for a second. I think the NBA and, the LeBron James marketing team came together and said, hey, we can't let this, he's got some bad stuff happening over here, and we have to push that down, and we can't let that be a focus or a black eye on the league. So we have to prop up LeBron James. That's what I
remember when Kobe came out and publicly talked bad about the media. Ever since he did that,
but most players do. LeBron James talks bad about the media. All of these players talk bad about the media, whether it's to deflect from something that they're being asked or whatever it is that they're coming under fire for. So I feel like every single player has pushed back on the media at some point in some way. So I just don't buy that.
Kobe never fell in line, though. You got to fall in line. It's political. It's all about politics at the end of the day.
I don't think that it was about him not falling in line, though. I think he wanted to. He would have, for sure. I believe that the NBA could not, his legal trouble that he was having, the NBA could not have that be shining. The media was shining a light on that, and they needed to get away from it. And LeBron James was the way to get away from it. The story about a kid from Akron coming up, being the chosen one, being this phenom since he's a teenager, going straight out of high school into the NBA. He's the greatest prospect to do that. We can probably all agree to that. But
never been in trouble ever before.
the whole
But
never
you
been in trouble bit.
Thing is a setup, though.
But LeBron James brought that up.
Setup.
You know that LeBron brought that up, how he's never been in trouble, though. He's brought that up, not the NBA, and I believe that they fed him that from very early in his career.
Yeah, they already promised LeBron a whole bunch of stuff at the beginning. They promised these players stuff already. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why you have to, it's like, you just stay the course. The NBA gonna give you everything they want you to have. Just stay the course. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do.
No, thank you so much for your
plan. If you follow the NBA plan and you follow their rules, they'll turn you into a superstar.
Well, you are right about that. We are going to be moving on. I think we're going to either let some other callers' voices be heard, or we're going to be heading over to the next topic. But thank you so much for calling in. We love.
I follow your channel too, and I respect your basketball acumen.
Well, thank you so much.
Keep doing well.
I'm in the Bay Area too, so nice to chat with you. Thanks so much for your. Yeah.
Oh, salute.
Man, appreciate the phone call, brother.
Yep. This is the last one we'll take. This one's going to be quick. Caller from Mississippi. Go ahead. You got 30 seconds.
What's up, man? All I would say, why we keep spinning this narrative that Bron tried to knock Kobe off? Is there an interview where Bron had said while he was playing that Kobe was the best player in the league?
What's your name, caller? Is this Nino?
It's Nino.
What's up, Nino? How you doing?
I feel like it's too much. I especially know Mel and Dawn when she see y'all in the crowd get Dawn riled up. It's too much basketball to be talked about. Like I hear Mel say why he don't like Bron. It's basketball. He said, well, he don't even say he don't like Bron. He say Bron. He feel Bron got weakness. I hear Dominque say the same thing. These call you hear the last call, that's hatred. What is he talking about? He making up stuff what he thinks. I have seen the interview of and who said Kobe? If you don't think Kobe's one of the best, top 5 at least. Well, I can't say that because he's a lot of players. But if you don't feel like Kobe was the best player in the league, for sure, after Shaq doing the AI years, Kobe, that's just you don't know basketball. Like, why are we making this about Bron? Where did it come from? I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Well, it's just that right now the media and I think that the league is focused on LeBron in year. Is this 22 or year 23, guys? It's year 22.
22.
Right. So that's the focus. Everything that he says and does is a huge focus, and it's being pushed out there for us all to speculate. So yeah, when we play these sound bites, we're going to speculate on what we think are the underlying messages in there, because there's usually some thinly veiled messages behind what LeBron is going to say, what the media is saying surround it. So I hear you. Why is it about LeBron? But that is the topic. The topic is LeBron.
Why is it about Kobe? How can they get like Bron never said nothing about Kobe? Like, where is that coming from? Now I just listen to the rest of it. Like you said, it's speculation, but
when you come into the league and you skip over the incumbent superstar in the league to say that you're better than a ghost that you've never played against, that's LeBron. That's not us. That's not. So LeBron might not have ever said anything about Kobe, but he has. I think he's ducked the fade for one-on-one play. He's also, I don't think that he's given him his proper, just as far as where he should be as one of the greatest players of all times. He's been pushed down by the LeBron camp, dismissed. People who are paid and on the payroll for Clutch have repeatedly said that Kobe Bryant is not even in the GOAT debate or discussion. And how do you come into the league? You don't have more titles in a 22-year span than Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan. The list goes on of people that he hasn't accomplished more than from an individual perspective, as well as just a team accomplishment perspective and titles. So how do you come in and say that you're number 2? That's what LeBron and the media have perpetuated, that he's the number 2 greatest of all time player.
No. Let me let you find this. They didn't say he was number 2 now. Well, nobody said that. They say he was number 1.
Yes, they did. Not only did they say that he was number 2. Well, look, we have Nick Wright saying that he's number one in a few others, but any official ranking by a magazine is showing LeBron ranked as number 2. So the media has birthed him into a top 5 Mount Rushmore spot for all NBA players.
And he's not even close.
Not even close.
Oh, come on, overrated. Come on now.
I mean, he's not, man. If you grade him as a basketball player, you don't grade him as high as you grade several other players. You know, you have to start.
See, that's a respectable opinion.
Yeah, but
I can respect that.
Yeah, but I'm almost on a limb saying that that's not even an opinion. I'm almost close to saying that that's a fact. I don't think you can sit down and grade, like, if you talk about all the things that are important to basketball and being a basketball player, and then you grade every player based on that, then he's going to fall way shorter than other players. There are other players who are more complete than he is on both ends of the floor. He's leaving a lot to be desired. Now, where he grades very high is stats, and you can manipulate that. You can put yourself in position to get stats. Harden, Westbrook, Luka, they're all doing it. Caitlin Clark, they're all doing it. If I design the offense where I'm the only one who's going to get assists, and I'll also get 30 shots a game, any shot that I want. If I can't get past my man, I got the green light to do a step back 3 and just throw something up. And if I'm 2 for 15, I'm just 2 for 15. And then one game, everyone who's shooting 15 threes a game eventually is going to get hot and hit 50 to 60% of them and look like a daggone amazing 3-point shooter. But there's also those 2 for 12s and those 2 for 13s. We've seen it with Caitlin this season, right? So if you give any player that can shoot that type of green light with, hey, look, man, we're going to give you the ball and we're going to set screens for you all night long so you can get this shot. And if they double you off that screen to prevent you from getting that shot, you just give the ball up, and whoever you give it up to got to shoot it, and you're going to get the assist. Your numbers are going to be amazing.
Hold on now, Mill. We seen Kobe with the ball now. We seen Kobe without Phil now.
Sure.
He was basketball man. We seen Kobe without Phil now.
Sure.
He had the ball just like Bron.
He put up numbers, and he realized that's not how you win. By his own admittance in his interviews. In his interviews, he said that's called accidental basketball, and it's not going to win championships. He knew that. So my question is, how does the smartest man that has ever played a basketball game, LeBron James, smarter than Einstein, he just happened to not want to do science, he went to play basketball. He's that smart. How's the highest IQ on earth, higher than Stephen Hawkins, that decided to play basketball? How does he not know that the way he plays is not the best way to win a basketball game or best way to win a championship? How does he not know that?
Well, see, now you putting stuff in different players. You putting stuff in people's. You going on different people that say that. I feel like he would have benefited early in his career if somebody would got a coach would have got to him. He would have benefited more. You saying stuff that I didn't say.
Yeah, but he don't. Yeah, I'm saying stuff that's kind of like popular belief amongst his fans. But you're saying if he had this coach or if he had that coach, the opportunity was there, brother. He could have went to San Antonio instead of Miami and play. He had, first of all, he played for Ty Lue and Eric Spoelstra, and both of them, the NBA just recognized them as a top 10 coach of all time. Both of them. He played for 2 of those guys.
They were good coaches. I think
no, great coaches. Great coaches. And so is Ty Lue. And so is Ty Lue.
I don't know.
And he played for both of them. So we can't say he didn't play for an all-time great. The NBA recognized him in the same breath as Red Auerbach and Phil Jackson and Pat Riley.
I do too. I think Spoelstra. I don't think Lue. I can't say Lue now. After that job I seen with the Clippers.
Okay, so when he had one of those all-time great coaches, he got 2 out of 4 championships, and the 2 that he lost was one of them that he lost to San Antonio was the widest margin of victory for any finals matchup. And then he did that again under Ty Lue when he played the Warriors. What are we even talking about?
You went to team aspect. See, you talk to a basketball player, a basketball fan first, for LeBron. You went to losing the finals. Just like we give y'all, everybody get on Bron for the Dallas series, which he played terrible. But who else did the Dallas Mavericks sweep that year? Like, they ran the table. That's one of the greatest teams. So I'm different. And I do think I'm a big Bron fan, Kobe fan. I think Bron could work on his free throws, a bunch of stuff. But we can make it simple real quick. I'm going to let y'all go because I like the show. But I'm just saying the callers with that. It's a different. See how you talking basketball? This how you know. If anybody wondering how you can tell the difference between critiquing and what you like about basketball and hatred. What you said was sports, basketball related. We talking basketball. Making up stories, I ain't with that. But okay, we'll say better score. Who you want to do, Kobe or Mike? We'll do Kobe.
Yeah.
Better score, Bron or Kobe?
Kobe.
Better passer.
Bron. I give it
better
to
rebound.
That's a wash.
Yeah.
That's a wash.
Oh, come on.
I have Kobe as being better than everything.
I see where you're going with this then. Better defense in their prime. In their prime, better defense. Is that a wash?
Kobe.
But rebound ain't a wash. Okay, I give you that. That's how we'll say. I give y'all that. That's y'all opinion. I think it's wash too. But that's where I go with it. But I appreciate the show, man. I'm just calling in.
Okay. Well, before you go, most important thing in basketball: scoring or rebounding.
I gotta say scoring.
All right, because at the end of the game, the team with the most points win. Got it. Not the team with the most rebounds. Most important in basketball: scoring or passing.
I mean, you talking to a good basketball player.
The answer is scoring.
Equal. That's the ball.
No, it's not equal.
No, how is it scoring?
Because the team with the most assists don't win. The team with the most points win.
But that ain't real logic, though.
It is real logic. There's nothing more important than scoring the basketball in basketball. And the second most important thing is stopping the other team from scoring. So scoring and defending are the top two things in basketball. Rebounding and assists are the things that LeBron are better than a lot of his competitors at. Not scoring and defending, the most two important things. You usually get your best player to take care of the defense and the scoring, and then you usually get your role players to take care of the passing and the rebounding. On Michael Jordan's team, hey, Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen grab those rebounds. I'm gonna make sure I'm getting 35 a game, right? I'm gonna make sure I lock my man down on the other end of the court. Those are the two things I'm gonna worry about as the best player. I'm gonna worry about putting this ball in the hole, and I'm gonna make sure I lock my man up, right? So those are the two things. Now, BJ Armstrong, you run offense, get the assist. Scottie Pippen, you get the assist. Horace Grant, you get the rebounds. Dennis Rodman, you get the rebounds. Role players do those roles. LeBron is the best at role player duties.
It ain't close with scoring with LeBron and Kobe. It's close on scoring. Now, moves in the fourth quarter, that's different. Like, probably, I say clutch scoring. I'm going Kobe because Kobe's going to shoot no matter what. I like that. But scoring, like, throughout the game, it ain't far off now. My opinion. I'm going to let y'all go.
All right, brother. Thank you.
You might think it is. All right, man.
All right, appreciate it.
That man was LeBron is a over exaggerated Scottie Pippen.
Shout out to the $10
Of course.
my lone soldier.
All he is.
Facts, Dom. They actually kept Kobe away from greatness. Clutch and the NBA actively attacked his career. Downplayed it to lift their agendas. Kobe, the forgotten great, he still did him through all.
What's funny is that if you switch that over to the NBA, Ben Roethlisberger got accused of that legal trouble that Kobe had, probably 6-7 times. And then
NFL protects things like that. We've seen it with more than Ben.
Never came nothing like Ben Roethlisberger. Absolutely nothing. There is nothing in the NFL that has ever happened like Ben Roethlisberger. Never.
I disagree.
NFL, because that's a hell of a segue.
Never.
I think the NFL is like that.
I think the NFL covered that up, but there's been nothing in NFL history like that.
I think there's so many things that we don't know that happens in the NFL. It's much
Big,
worse.
Do you want this young disciple call, or are we moving?
Oh, we moving on, man.
Disciple, we have to let him.
No.
He was so.
All right.
Tell
Go
you,
ahead, caller from Texas.
I heard him on the
Bro, stop all that, bro. You over there with these big cap. Okay, you just said scoring is more important than both of them, right? That's what you just said. I told them off, and everybody on the panel agree, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they agree. I don't know if they agree, but yeah, that's my statement. Scoring is the most important thing in basketball.
So as far as scoring goes, who produces more, LeBron or Kobe?
Who's a better scorer? Who produces more? Those are two different things,
bro. That's not what I asked, bro. I said who produces more. You just said scoring is more important than everything else you just named. And
yeah, I don't think
LeBron,
producing more and being better at something is the same thing.
LeBron does produce more points, but he doesn't produce more wins. So who's scoring lifted their team more? Not LeBron scoring.
When they say produce, hold on, young disciple. When they say produce, they're trying to add in points and assists and say that LeBron is a whole system, so he produced more points, and that doesn't mean he's a better scorer. Like there's no argument. There's no amount of words that you can say for someone to believe that LeBron is a better scorer than Kobe.
I'm gonna let you talk.
Yeah, nobody's going to believe LeBron is a better scorer than Kobe.
Let me know when I can talk.
Go ahead, you got it.
Young, can I ask you something? Do you remember the other day I listened to your phone call on the format? Can you give us that energy?
No, I like this energy.
You were so nice.
I like when he's scraping and scrambling. I like this. Go ahead.
But scraping and scrambling for what, bro? Y'all won't even let me talk. What I'm scraping and scrambling for?
Go ahead. Finish up.
No did.
Now you just said when somebody saying produce, you said somebody is you said that I'm using scoring and assisting. Nigga, let's cut the assist all the way out. Let's just talk about scoring.
Okay.
Now LeBron scores more than Kobe in a regular season. And then if you want to take that to playoffs, nigga, I'm saying the gap, nigga, even wide even more. So what are we talking about?
What we're talking about is who the better scorer is. Is LeBron a better scorer than Kobe?
Yes.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
How?
Oh, no.
Yes.
How?
He's a better scorer than Kobe.
How?
What do you mean how?
Like how? If
bro, it's a simple, bro, the numbers are simple, bro.
Well, I just said the conversation now.
The numbers lied to you, big dog.
The conversation is over at this point because we're not looking at the stats only,
who else
though.
put the numbers lie on, bro? Like since we talk about scoring, hey, I'm saying that not only is LeBron a better scorer, look at he proved it, nigga. Well, hey, what was Kobe? What was Kobe averaging the first 2-3 years of his career?
Young, let me ask you a question real fast.
Hold on, bro.
Young,
what was his scoring average?
Young, hold on. Let me ask you a question. You from Texas, right? Right?
Go ahead, right here.
You from Texas?
You talking from Texas?
Are you from Texas?
Yes, bro, I'm from Texas.
Okay, me too. I'm a Cowboy fan. Emmitt Smith rushed for more yards than anybody in the NFL. Was he better than Barry Sanders?
I can barely hear you. Turn the show up a little, bro. I can barely hear you.
I said Emmitt Smith was the most. He gained the most yards in NFL history running the football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was he a better running back than Barry Sanders?
No, he wasn't.
Case closed.
Case closed.
Thanks for the call, young disciple.
But that's not case closed, bro.
The case is closed.
That's not case closed, bro.
That is literally case closed. That is literally.
It's the same shit.
It's not always about numbers.
The same shit.
Bro, you cannot compare a running back in football.
I compared two running backs.
Don't even compare, bro.
Case is closed.
Don't even compare. Hey, that's a stupid example, bro. But if you
it's not,
it's
example, literally the same
I want you
thing.
to use it again. Bro, can I talk, bro? I'm like y'all ask me questions. Y'all not answering none of my questions.
Hey, in the chat, is the case closed or not? Y'all let me know in the chat, man. Put case closed if the case is closed.
Barry clears Emmitt. Case closed.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying LeBron averaged more. Y'all say scoring, bro. All I'm talking about is scoring. And scoring the ball, LeBron is a better scorer. He scores more easily.
Hold on. I got this.
And he does it on better efficiency. What are y'all talking about, bro?
Hold on. You said that LeBron is a better scorer than Kobe, correct?
Man,
Hold on, answer the question. Answer the question, because I'm about to land the plane. You said that LeBron is a better scorer than Kobe.
Well, landed.
Answer the question. Part one of the question. Answer
Man,
it.
bro, go ahead, bro. You don't need me to add your question, bro.
Answer the question, bro. Answer the question. You
Chris,
said
go ahead and land the plane, Chris.
Is a better. Okay. What is your metric that you measure that LeBron is the better scorer by?
Man, these are the dumbest questions I ever heard in my motherfucking life. Hey, the metric is points per game.
That makes him the better scorer.
Points per game, bro. Not only regular season, nigga. We could go on to the, like I said, the playoffs is way worse. I know y'all want to sidetrack that, but the playoffs is way worse. That's where you make your bones at, right? That's where it count more, right? Let's go to the playoffs, bro. Let's go to finals points per game. Let's go to any type of points per game, nigga. LeBron smashes Kobe.
So points per game. So the points per game.
Any points per game you want to, any method you want to go by, LeBron smashed Kobe.
The points per game average is what defines that LeBron is better.
No, okay. Hold on. Let's go with your logic. Let's go with your logic. No, young. Let's go with your logic.
It's been close.
We'll pull up points per game. And everybody. Hold on. Everybody that's averaging more points per game than LeBron is a better scorer. So you're saying Jordan, Wilt, Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Elgin Baylor, Kevin Durant are all better scorers than LeBron James. Are you saying LeBron James is the 7th best scorer of all time?
By that metric, yeah. But when you add in that he's the leading scorer, period, that bumps him up.
Oh, so now you add some more.
So Emmitt Smith, hold on. Emmitt Smith, he just told you. Emmitt Smith, hold on. Emmitt Smith, he just told you Emmitt Smith is the all-time leading rusher and asked you if he was a better running back than Barry Sanders. And you said no.
But bro, that's a
hold on. But now you said LeBron is You said LeBron is a better scorer.
Bro, y'all embarrassing yourself, bro.
Mute him.
Embarrassing yourself.
Hey, you said that LeBron is a better scorer than Kobe Bryant. Mel just named off 6 people with a higher average. Now you want to bring in most points all time to add to the claim that makes him the better scorer than Kobe.
Then that goes back
to moving goalposts.
That just goes back to
the Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders conversation. Case closed. Thank you for the call. We got to move on.
All right, man. Thanks, young man. We're gonna move on, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
All right, thank you.
Told y'all not to take that goddamn.
Some people get in the pot themselves.
Yeah. And he brought the seasoning.
Yeah, and that's my guy, man. Young is my guy, but I mean, when you get in that pot and you try to show your whole tailbone, but you end up being food, it's just it just make for an entertainment segment. And what a carrot said though.
Bugs always had some carrots in there.
Yeah, he was always All right, John Wayne, thanks for the super chat. Ask Disciple if LeBron is a better scorer than Kobe, why can't he get his own shot in the half court at the end of the games? I mean, man, it's if you just Google the stats and that's how you form your opinions, you're not going to actually watch them play. It's pretty crazy for that. But let's move to football real quick, man. Week 5. Well, actually, let's get into week 4 first because I dropped, man. I guess y'all gonna make it hard for me to get this belt.
Oh, we told you what it was, brother.
This season. I mean, look, I dropped down a little bit in the pick'em. Corey forgot to pick his picks for the whole week. So it's a wrap for Corey.
Somebody got a new poop emoji this week.
Corey, You never catching up, brother.
I know it. I know it. Now that I look at it, like all the numbers, I'm done.
Ooh,
Yeah,
man.
you never catching up, man. Like some raw French fries, man. But
you better hope somebody in the top 4 every week drop off and forget
their picks. Yeah,
that's the only way.
I don't fumble like that.
Yeah, so let's go through it, man. So after week 4, this is week 4 plus Thursday night. We got Jay sitting in the top spot with a 2-game lead. Zoe and I tied for second. Britne fell from her pedestal last week and came back to earth, and now she's in third. Mel out of the medal podium contention, sitting in fourth.
Won't be long.
Eric sitting tied for fourth as well with Mel with 35 and 30. And then Dominique got out of the basement. She's out the basement. So
Dominique and Corey fighting for last place, man. Who go get it?
She moved up to 7th, and Corey got the poop emoji this week.
Damn.
So.
You know it's a poop trophy. Like not only is man down passing out a belt for the winner, last place is getting a poop trophy. So if you can't win, you might want to go ahead and lose. At least you get a trophy. You feel me?
Wow. You wild.
You feel me? So I mean, but for people like myself who know what it feel like to actually win a pick'em league, you know what I mean? The same year that I won 2 fantasy football leagues that season, I mean, it was just a wonder. I got 2 belts. One of my leagues didn't do belts or trophies, but I got the bragging rights. That was a good year, man.
Why is he's in like 5th place right now? Why is he holding the belt?
Very interesting.
You got one?
Oh God.
Corey, you got one?
I got one.
Like,
what yours?
I do have a fantasy championship. We just didn't do belts or trophies.
I've never seen 5th place hold up anything.
I gotta switch shoulders because his belt is heavy.
It's crazy. I've never seen somebody just so.
Mel is pulling a LeBron right now.
I was about to say this is the equivalent. This is the equivalent to the bubble ring. Like
I'm doing the rest of the show like this because my light that was right here went out, so I'm gonna use the light. You see how this light is?
You know what, Mel? I'm gonna throw you a bone. You're manifesting yourself to the top. That's what.
Come
you're
on,
doing.
man.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't have to manifest myself somewhere where I'm already at.
I tried to help you. You're in 5th place. You lost.
Man.
I know it hurts to lose. I know it does, but you lost.
You probably do know what that feel like, but I kind of don't though. So I mean, if you that's what you think, you're in 5th place though.
Oh man!
Shout out to Eric with this $20 super chat, man, to help me get this belt that I'm gonna win.
You're not gonna win it.
I've been totally entertained, man. That's good, man. I'm glad you've been entertained, man. How can you not be entertained, man?
Watch when I shoot up from 7 to 1. You'll see.
How, Dominique? Explain to me how that's gonna happen.
Because you're gonna fall to the bottom. You went from 1 to 5.
Yeah, but you're saying it, but you're not saying how you're gonna do it. How you gonna pull that off, Mel?
There's a huge gap.
Mel, how the hell would I know? I'm just there to play. But I know that you're gonna be on the bottom. That's all. That's what I know.
Man, it's impossible.
So when
for you
you
to
drop
know
to the bottom, I ascend.
You're pronouncing hope wrong. Hope sounds like no, but
I'm pronouncing what I know. I see you falling down in the rankings every week. That's all I see.
It has kind of been happening, Mel. You
just call it like she see it.
You've been on the slide.
Okay, but what do you see on my shoulder though? Like, how did I pull this off?
Somebody who's perpetrating a winner.
Look, I'm going against other people who don't have one of these. That's what y'all not understanding.
Britne
y'all don't have one
had
of
it
these.
last week. You were supposed to mail that to Britne last week, but you
no.
This is sliding down further.
No, this is for the winner once the season is over.
So then why are you wearing it? Because you've been losing every week.
Because I won this.
You need to dream it up for yourself. Look, I'm with you. People who are losing, they need to manifest. They need to pray the wins into existence, and that's what you're doing. It's fine.
Man, we got about 14 more weeks, man.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired by the belt. You put it on to inspire the rest of us to take that belt from you. Britne took it last week, and you're continuing the losses. I mean, it's okay.
See, she think the belt is won every week. The belt is won every season. And
yet you're wearing it today.
Yeah, but this is a different belt for a different season. I won that season. That mean I was the best the entire season. I get the belt. No one else gets.
You're saying that you're the incumbent winner. You're just losing right now.
I'm just showing y'all what winning looks like. Like when you win a season, you get to put one of these on your shoulder and show up on Man Down and wear it.
Chris,
it's okay. Mel's losing by example. We're fine.
You just go purchase your own trophy.
I actually might have to because he's not gonna come up off that.
I actually lift weights with this too. I use it as a back.
I'm just shocked that this is the example you want to set for the panel.
I put this on to do my squats as well.
5th place.
Oh my God. Anyway, let's talk about how we got to these records a little bit. Some of these games that happened in week 4, man. Y'all any Philly for sure.
Philly.
I think
it seems like we're talking about Philly every week.
That's why I said in the group chat, I was like, I thought y'all might have been tired of talking about Philly, but I think Philly might be out of it for real. That's not to say that Tampa Bay is a bad team. Tampa Bay is showing that they're a really good team this year, but Philly on paper was supposed to be better. They're supposed to be better.
No. Who was that to beat Philly? Was that Atlanta that came back on Philly?
That was 2 weeks ago. Tampa beat them last week.
That was 2 weeks ago. Tampa told it.
Tampa told the off.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So what? And Philly's what now? They sitting at 2-2, or
probably 1-2,
or 1-3.
1-3. They might be 2-2.
No, wait. I think
they beat Green Bay, and then
they beat somebody else.
Oh no! Let me pull it up.
Yeah, because I only remember 3 games. Oh yeah, 2-2 because they lost to the Falcons. Yep, facts. They're 2-2. Yeah. So what I mean, what are y'all seeing from? Is it the coaching? I know a lot of. I got some Philly. I think Britne even said that they're tired of Sirianni.
You hear this right here? You hear that?
Shark music.
That's one of my old takes from week 1 creeping back up on y'all. I told y'all Philly was cooked, and I told y'all
beat Green Bay.
Without Jordan Love though. But look, I told y'all Philly is showing us symptoms of a bigger problem that's going on in that locker room and in that team as a whole. Right?
I think that's the case, Mel. Okay. I saw a scary stat the other day. It wasn't really scary, it's just kind of surprising. Since that Super Bowl victory, Jalen Hurts leads the league in turnovers.
The narrative that they tried to, I mean, the narrative is there for Josh Allen, but
it just is what it is.
You only hear about Josh Allen, though.
That's all you hear about is Josh Allen
and Dak Prescott, but you don't hear Jalen Hurts.
But Jalen Hurts is leading the league in turnovers since that Super Bowl loss.
Yeah, and what did they do to him a lot? Run him, read option, and push.
And it's a combination of interceptions and fumbles.
He fumbled a snap at the 1 yard line trying to do a tush push.
New center.
I don't care. Like I told you, a bad football team would get to the 1 yard line and have 1st and goal, and you got at least 3 options or 3 downs to get in the end zone, and you got one of the best running backs in the league. You pull him out of the game and do a tush push for your quarterback. That's a bad football team. Only bad for. I'm not saying the tush push is the reason why they're losing. I'm saying that's a symptom of a bigger problem that we can't see. That football team is having an identity crisis. They don't know whether they want to be RuPaul or Wendy Williams. It's just all over the place.
I think both options are kind of bad.
Oh, I think that, but they're also the same person as well.
Oh, that. Stop that.
So it's an identity crisis mixed with borderline bipolar and all types of stuff. Like they don't know what they are as a football team. You got the best running back, it should tell you you're running football team. But when you're a running football team, you're running your quarterback.
I mean, just look at Baltimore. They seem to have figured it out. Hey, we got a running back. Maybe we should run.
It wasn't hard to figure out, though.
So, other news, in other NFL news, officially, Davante Adams requested a trade out of Vegas. Supposedly, the top 2 teams on the list are, no surprise, his former quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers in New York and Derek Carr in New Orleans. What do y'all think?
When you said that, I just clutched my belt. You know what I'm saying? Like my pearls. I just clutched it like, oh, shoot. Like, That's shocking, man. But
what y'all think, man? Y'all think one of those two teams has got a chance, or is it somebody else on the outside that's got a better chance to land them? Or does he get moved at all?
As long as it's not Dallas, I don't care.
I think I just seen something that said somebody said that Jerry Jones came out and said Dallas ain't got the money.
Dallas does have the money. First of all, they definitely have the money. They got like the third most salary cap space in the NFL. They have the money. If it doesn't have RB in the title, I don't care. No, it doesn't. That doesn't help.
Y'all got running backs though. Y'all got a running back.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They ain't got running backs. They don't have running backs
on the depth chart. They're labeled as running backs.
You know
what they do on the field.
You know what's funny? Tony Pollard. They let him go in free agency, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has more yards rushing and he has more touchdowns than all three of the Cowboy running backs combined.
Y'all would be better off with
bro.
Look, y'all would be better off with 9 running backs being y'all running backs. If y'all had Taysom Hill from the Saints and Cordell Patterson from the Steelers,
yeah,
in y'all backfield, y'all would probably be better off.
Agreed. And it's just play calling. Like Deuce Vaughn. Yeah. That dude is 150 pounds soaking wet, and you want to run 22 dive the whole game. You never take him off tackle, never give him a toss sweep, never give him a screen pass. It's 22 dive the whole game.
But look, back to the Davante Adams though.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I think this trade or whoever he's going to get traded to is actually going to happen, for them to come out and say, look, we just want a 2nd round pick. That we ain't gonna hassle y'all. We ain't gonna try to ask for 2 firsts or 1st and a 3rd. We ain't not just give us a 2nd round pick
for a 30-year-old receiver.
Yep, they said 2nd and some conditional picks after that. So you're not even looking for no other seconds or a 1st rounder. You probably talking about some day 3 picks.
You're asking for a lot.
A 2nd?
A 2nd, like if you only asking picks,
you're
for
only
getting Adams.
You're only getting him for 3 years. That's about it.
That's all you need. That's all the Jets need.
That's all you need.
I mean, yes, for the Jets, that works out perfect, right? That's
correct.
Perfect. But anybody else, like the Saints, no.
So what are some situations that if he got traded to right now would make them like is win now situations and immediate Super Bowl either favorites or contenders?
Better not go to Baltimore.
Now, if he goes to Baltimore, yeah, that's a Corey. If he go to Baltimore, yeah, I pick them.
Yeah, you can forget it if he go to Baltimore.
Yeah,
you give him a running back and a receiver.
Ugly. I bet you if he could, Lamar would restructure his contract right now to pull it off. If he could.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And one of them receivers gonna get gone too.
Yeah,
it don't matter. You know, if anything,
Bateman, honestly.
I don't think it'll be Bateman. I think it'll be Bateman, Flowers in the slot, and then Devontae out on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like you can't, and then them 2 tight ends too, and Derrick Henry in the backfield.
Yeah.
Somebody said Buffalo.
That would be nasty.
They're using properly. Yeah. Dominique, how much you think this belt weighs? Never mind, don't answer that. But
Jesus.
Now, so it's like it's weighing your whole body down. I feel like it weighs more than you.
Well, Mel only weighs like 110 soaking wet. So.
I know.
Y'all wish I weighed 110.
He's very small. He's very tiny.
Yeah, now,
like a tiny bag.
This is
Look at that frame. He's like very,
This is home bias aside, but I do think that he would also be a good fit in Detroit.
Wow.
I think that's another win now situation that he would benefit from.
What about my Jets? Can the Jets get somebody?
It'd be nice for the Jets, but I think the Jets got some bigger problems. Man, that defense was supposed to be one of the best defenses last year. I don't know what happened to it this year.
Yeah.
If you think about it, right, that keeps Davante Adams keeps teams from stacking the box on the Jets.
Correct. Yeah, that'll change some stuff.
Open up everything, and then if you can't stack the box, they can run the ball effectively, and that'll keep that defense off the field.
I don't think A-Rod is that happy with Garrett Wilson. He's a great receiver. He got great feet, great hands. He can run. He's kind of like Amon-Ra, but he's on the small side.
He's tall and skinny, but I
don't even think he's that tall, bro.
He's talented, but I think it's one of those things like where big brother, little brother, they're gonna fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah, but I think he really want Adams out there. Adams will be the X for sure out there. Even if he go to Detroit, Adams will be the X. I'm making Jamison Williams my Y, and I my slot would be Amon-Ra, and then I put Jamison Williams on the other side, on the outside.
Yeah. Can you just think like the play action is already really good in Detroit? Can you imagine how honest the defenses would have to play?
That'd be ugly.
Those 3 receivers and those 2 running backs. Like,
that'd be ugly.
That'd be crazy.
He don't help Dallas like that. Not at all.
Y'all ain't got no run game to even sniff a fake.
It would just make they throw the ball 70% of the time anyway. With him, they just throw the ball 90% of the time, and so you start losing games 50-52. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what year was this?
Oh my God!
Okay,
getting into week 5, man. So getting into week 5, I seen somebody in the comments. They wanted to ask you, our residential Cowboy fan, Sunday night, man. Or is it Monday night? Sunday night, man. What you think? Yeah. Michael Parsons is officially out for his first injury related absence in his career.
So you got Michael Parsons out, you got DeMarcus Lawrence out, and you got Brandon Cooks out. And Brandon Cooks, quiet as kept, might have the most severe injury of all of them because he got this mysterious infection in his knee. So they had to do a procedure, and then they had to go in and do another procedure for the infection. That sounds like staph, right? So if it's staph, we're looking at 7-8 weeks minimum because you can't even come in the facility. You know what I'm saying? So that leaves literally Dak Prescott with one wide receiver. But my prediction will be Saturday on Cowboy Spit. I'll let you know.
Hey, you look like you got another Texan out here, Edward Jackson. Look like he might be from Texas. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cowboys by 10.
So the reason I say Childress, and I'll give you a little bit of what I'm about to say on Saturday. There's like a 75% chance of rain Sunday night.
It's in Pittsburgh, isn't it?
And it's in Pittsburgh.
That's gonna be a trench game, and y'all ain't got no trenches.
We have no trenches.
I think Pittsburgh could get one, especially with Mike Tomlin coaching.
Them trenches is tough. You know what I'm saying? So, Pittsburgh does a really good job at stopping the run, and the Cowboys can't run. So
now another game I want to ask y'all about. It just came out that Jordan Love has no receivers going against Matthew Stafford, who has no receivers. So who wins the receiverless battle in LA?
Well, I got Atwell in fantasy, and he's starting in my flex right now. So I'm not going to say Matthew ain't got no receivers. Atwell about to get loose. And speaking of fantasy, why the heck is Corey dropping players while we're on the lot? Like this dude just dropped his kicker, Dicker the kicker, to pick up Matt Gay. First of all, that combination of dropping Dicker
and Gay. I didn't even pick that up.
It's an all Diddy performance right there.
If my kicker was on the bye, I needed one.
But so this is the Rams and who else?
Rams and Packers. Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, and both their 1s and 2s are out.
Keep an eye.
I got to get it. I'm not saying as far as which team I'm picking, but as far as which receiving core is going to perform better, I'm going with the Rams. Where they playing at? Who at home?
It's going to be in LA.
It's in LA.
In Green Bay.
Jordan.
I can't stand this man, bro.
Jordan Whittington. Remember that name.
Jordan Whittington.
Okay. Remember that name.
I kind of want to pick the Packers, and even if I'm and I don't want y'all to know if I'm lying or telling the truth about that. I'm just saying the Packers because I don't want y'all to know who I really picked them to pick them, so y'all can copycat because y'all know I'm about to get all of them right this week. Oh God! Take that number 1 spot. I'm about to show y'all what it do because when I do what I do like I'm doing it for TV, and that's what you got to know about me. I will be number 1 again.
Okay.
Do y'all think the Dirty Birds is back?
You're wearing the belt.
The interest.
Yeah, y'all think the Dirty Birds is back after Kirk O'Chain throws for 509 on Matt Ryan night?
They're dangerous. You gave Kirk Cousins had 1 weapon in Minnesota. You didn't gave him 3, 4 with a running back.
And he getting healthier and healthier every week, man. He's starting to look like his old self. He looked better than Aaron Rodgers after the Achilles.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Atlanta, man, and shout out to our man Zoe. Atlanta, man, I got to give him a little bit more credit through 5 games now. They're showing some grit for sure. And Tampa Bay ain't no slouch because it was a shootout. They was going.
Yeah. But you gotta give props to who my number one candidate for coach of the year is, Raheem Morris. This is the same thing he did when Tampa Bay gave him his first shot at a coaching job. He turned them around, but the next season after that, I think it was a little disappointing, so he got fired. But Raheem Morris is cold. He should have been a head coach. He should have never got fired from that Tampa job. But this dude is cold like that. So for the Falcons to be playing like they're playing, I'm not even shocked, man. Raheem Morris is cold, bro.
They put a good team.
Cold.
Man.
Did you see when who fumbled in it might have been third quarter or fourth quarter. It was late in the game, and he fumbled and they lost the fumble. And when he came to the sideline, Raheem Morris, don't worry about it, dapped him up. I was like, sure, this dude is poised. I like that. You know what I mean? It kind of reminded me of when Phil Jackson, he had like a rule that he did where he always used to talk about, I want my team to face adversity and I want to see how they react to it. Mm-hmm. So they'll be out there playing and the Bulls are, the team will be going like a 10-0 run on the Bulls, and Phil Jackson will just sit there with his legs crossed and won't call no timeout. Be like, y'all figure it out. He won't even tell them, he won't even instruct them. He'll just sit there. Y'all figure it out. I like that in the coach. And that's what Raheem Morris kind of is. They look like the roof was falling, and they was losing that game the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kept.
They were confident for sure.
Oh man, I like that dude. Coach of the year.
Yeah, I think those are the key games I'm looking forward to looking at. I mean, a couple of pedestrian matchups this week. So, but those are the ones that stood out to me. But whatever, we'll be back with the pick'ems standings next week, of course. We're gonna keep y'all updated throughout the season.
Yeah, I gotta have a belt like this with some weight because
you keep dropping down in the standings.
No, because I'm having a hard time trying to hold these Gators down on my feet. So I got to have a little weight on my shoulder.
Listen, at this point, Mel, if you don't win, you have to have like a loser speech. You got to come up with like a loser speech, or we got to have like a live ceremony where you either you show you sending the belt off, or you hand the belt to the winner or something. All this talking that you got going on about.
Yeah, you wish
about this. And if I win, I'm coming down there directly. And
if I win,
I'm gonna have you hand it to me
be like in your face.
I'm gonna have you hand it to me in person. You
don't let me win.
You're gonna hand it over like I'm getting knighted. You're gonna hand it over like I'm getting knighted if I win. I want that.
Don't even let me
right there.
Don't even let me get to second place. Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't even think it's possible. But let's get to the last topic, man. And we're not gonna take phone calls on it. This will be our last one. But Stephen A. Smith, y'all. This man won't stop, bro. So everybody knows Stephen A. Smith is negotiating his contract with ESPN, and he's made it known that he wants to be the highest paid. And he's also made it known that he's been looking at everybody else's paycheck and pockets, Pat McAfee, whoever else the case. And it ain't just the people that he's in the same in the same swim lane with. He's looking at he's using other people as an example. Listen to how this dude talked about this on Mike Wallace's show.
Your ESPN contract,
yes, sir,
is what we're told up next year. And the word on the street is that you want something in the range of $100 million for 5 years.
Right.
True?
I'm not getting specific as it pertains to numbers because only a fool discusses his own negotiations while negotiating. I would ask respectfully, pay attention to the industry, see what people are getting paid, see how much money they're making and what they're bringing to the table. Dak Prescott just signed a contract for $240 million. He's making $60 million a year. He made sure to get.
I know he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys,
who has won 2 playoff games in 8 years. I've been number 1 for 12. I'm sorry. In our respective industries, I win. And I'm fully aware of what I'm worth. And I will never apologize to that for anybody.
I don't know what to say.
Nah, there's no way you compare yourself to a professional athlete that takes full body contact shots weekly.
This is what I think he's trying to say. And I don't know if he is, but this is what I think he's trying to say. When Dak signed that contract, I don't know if he still is, but when he signed that contract, it made him the highest paid NFL player in history. So I don't know if someone came behind him and did more than that, but at the time he was the highest paid, right?
No,
so what Stephen A is saying is, if Dak can be the highest paid NFL player, I can be the highest paid analyst, because my station's been number one and Dak's team has never won. That's what he's trying to say. Even though I still disagree, I understand what he was saying. All right, but
I don't like the analogy either, Chris. So I'm with you on that. Like, all he needed to do was compare himself to other analysts.
That's it.
You know, because he is leading the charge with sports media right now. You know, he has accomplished so much in the sports media world. Does he deserve $100 million contract? Absolutely. And Stephen A has worked very hard to get to that point. He has sold himself out completely to get to this point. So he'd better get that $100 million. And honestly, I want him to get it. I want him to get it so that he, you know, Black people need to be paid more money, period. Especially when you're number one for 12 years. How could he not be paid the most?
I don't know what it comes down to when it comes to criteria for what, you know, analysts get paid. I know it's a very different money game than sports itself, right? But I think $100 million for 5 years to talk sports is crazy.
But isn't it relative though to what the network is making? Why doesn't Stephen A deserve that money if he's making the network that money? If the network is making, you don't think that he deserves a piece of that? And I'm sure the $100 million is still a very small piece. You get what I'm saying, Chris?
Does he make the ratings for First Take, or does First Take make the ratings for First Take?
He makes the ratings. If Max Kellerman took over that show, it would have tanked. Because it did. We saw what Max Kellerman did outside of Stephen A. We see what Keyshawn Johnson has done outside of Stephen A. Nobody show. All I'm saying Stephen A is he started his own podcast and it's doing numbers. He's very successful.
People are messy. People like to hear, you know, and on the Stephen A podcast, it's what he doesn't get a chance to say on ESPN. It's basically an uncut Stephen A, right?
I'm not disputing you that $100 million is a lot of money, but the question is not whether Stephen A is messy, and, you know, it's not about what he's actually talking about and why he's number one. It's just, does he deserve the money or not? And I think when he's making this network all of this money and selling out his entire community in the process, Kyrie Irving has been a casualty. There's been so many victims of Stephen A. He better get that damn paycheck. It's just like if a woman goes to the hotel room to see Harvey Weinstein, she better come out with a goddamn job. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same damn thing. Now, if you wanted to do that to get the job, the results needs to add up.
Now I'll play devil's advocate, right? I'll do this, right? So in the same realm of being an analyst, right? Before he even stepped foot in the booth, Tom Brady had a 10-year, $100 million contract with Fox.
And he took Greg Olson's job.
Yes. So I can see, like, if you want to compare analyst to analyst, like somebody who he's only called 3 entire games, right? Maybe 3. I know 2 for sure, maybe 3 games, but he had that contract secure before even stepping foot in the booth. Now that's something I can kind of compare to.
That's something he hasn't been that good though. He's kind of started getting his feet wet, and he had a lot of critical feedback about his initial appearances.
So if you were to do that, if that was your comparison, then cool, I understand that. But I mean, I guess they just paying. I mean, if the network got the money, then by all means cut the check. But
you know why he made the comparison though, Chris, right? He made the comparison to Dak and to football because that's what people can understand. Like you said, like I think even Mel said, to your point, we don't know what the salaries are in this world. We don't really know what sports analysts should get. Because we don't know, he brought up something that we do know about. We know about football contracts, and we know that this person hasn't been winning, and he's the opposite. He's been winning number one for over a decade. So why isn't he being paid? Could it be because of the color of his skin? Could it be? What's the reason?
So this is the thing. ESPN built themselves to be number one. That's the supposed worldwide leader in sports. They're number one. So you already preconditioned or got an advantage being on ESPN. Because when you think about where you're going to get your sports from, nobody's thinking about FS1. Nobody's thinking about CBS Sports. No one's thinking about all these other places that got sports joint. ESPN is the top dog.
Oh, you don't believe if Stephen A goes to Fox, if he took First Take or created a whole different platform for Fox, you don't think he's performing there? You think
hold on. I get to this. I'm gonna answer that question, but let me finish this. So ESPN is the number one already, right? That's a lot working behind the scenes for you to do what you do, and then the number one time slot for sports talk is the time slot that Stephen A got. So you got the number one time slot. It ain't like they putting him at 7 p.m. and he doing numbers, or lunchtime and he doing numbers. He got the number one time slot.
No, but do we know that though? Do you know
the number one platform
across all of the shows all damn day long? So what is he doing? Like, that's the thing. I want to make sure that when we say that we're actually saying that right. Does he not do numbers at 7 p.m.? Because he's on ESPN all day and all night. And I'm pretty sure everything that he touches turns to gold.
No, everything he does touch does not turn to gold. Did you see him go try to do boxing? Did you see Joe Rogan run him up out of there and say it was an embarrassment? We don't do that over here.
No, I actually did not.
Oh my God.
I did not. I did not see that. I wouldn't. What I will tell you is he doesn't cover all sports well. We see that with WNBA. I saw that with tennis. I see him trying to do stuff because it's trending and it goes totally left.
He don't cover no sports well. He definitely basketball. He's a little bit better with that, but football, the only thing he has for football is with his little cigar and his cowboy hat.
I tried to tell you.
That's all he got for the NFL. That's it. How many times you go to the well on that gimmick?
He used to get some really good interviews though.
That's it.
He used
Cowboy
to get some really good interviews.
I don't know,
man.
But yeah, that time slot in ESPN, Stephen A. Smith knows that he needs ESPN just as much as he think ESPN need him, because if not, he would just walk and go somewhere else and get the money he want or he feel like he deserve. He know if he leave ESPN, it's a wrap.
I also think for him to
look at Skip when he left ESPN. Oh, he wasn't that good. Oh, and then he struck gold with Shannon Sharp. And then when Shannon left, it was a wrap. That's what happened with Stephen A. Smith. If
what I'll say though is
if
he leaves ESPN, I do think that First Take tanks. They're gonna have to scrap that whole show. They're gonna have to have something else for that time slot.
Sure. But guess what? Everyone else that wakes up in the morning that want to hear what happened in the game last night is still going to go to ESPN's channel. No one is going to wake up and play, let me tune in to CBS Sports. No one's going to do that.
I don't know if Stephen A goes there. I don't know.
Well, first,
what channel CBS on?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what channel. I don't know what channel ESPN is on. I don't have
cable is different, so
I don't have cable.
Back growing up, CBS was channel 2 for me, so CBS is different. But I'll say this: I think if he does walk from ESPN, right, and let's say he goes to FS1, I think as much as Stephen A has sold out now, he has to sell out completely to be a member of FS1. I mean, look at
no soul.
Bro, look at the guys they have over at FS1 already. Like that is just terrible.
I don't see him going to, like, let's say he gets fired from ESPN or decides to leave because they're not paying him. Like, I don't think he goes to FS1. I really don't.
No other station has the money that he's asking for besides FS1. He's not gonna go to CBS.
If he leaves ESPN, he won't be going to no other sports place. He will be going. He will be doing politics. He will go. He will go to Fox News and do politics.
Oh, I can't. I don't want to hear him talking about
that. That's why his podcast is not just sports right now, and that's why he dibble and dabble in everything, and he's trying to get into politics. I watched Bet David on his not entertainment, but I forgot what his platform is, but Bet David, he talked about it because he's got a relationship with Stephen A, and Stephen A's been on his show as well. He kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit on what Stephen A's thinking, and he said that the way Stephen A talks behind the scenes and the way he thinks, he can't say out in an opening because he will lose his black fan base. That's what he said. So basically, what he's saying is, he leans a certain way politically, and he don't think it's good for his brand as a black man to be open about it. But he said he wants to come out and be like that. And then Stephen A also said he wants to host a late night show in his career as well. So he wants to get out of the sports and go somewhere else where he think is bigger. You know what I mean? So if ESPN don't sign him, that's probably what he'll do.
I can totally see him being the next Arsenio, huh?
Don't do that. No.
I don't know about no Arsenio. Arsenio was great at what he did. Was great at what he did. Let me get to these super chats though. Lone Soldier, I will never respect Sass. I call him Sass, y'all. I would never respect Sass because he is sassy. I don't watch him. I don't listen to him. He disgusts me. Integrity in journalism died when the late great Stuart Scott died. I agree. 100%.
Stuart Scott was one of one.
Exactly. I agree 100%. Always great. As soon as debate shows got popular, sports journalism died. Always good content from WW1I members. I appreciate this $20 super chat. Thank you for that. Yeah, I think that's it. Man.
One more thing though, as a grown man, stop counting other people's pockets, bro. Don't do that. That's bad practice, man.
Yeah, that was wrong for him to do that, man.
That's bad practice. Don't be counting somebody else, especially a fellow black man. Stop counting people's money, man.
It was uncalled for, but he do a lot of uncalled for stuff, man.
He should have compared himself to Caitlin Clark. She's never won anything.
Well,
not even around in the playoffs.
That's the show, y'all.
On that note,
tune in to Sports Tea with Dominque. If y'all want to see more Dominque, Sports Tea on YouTube, Sports Tea on IG as well. If you want to see more Chris, Motor City Raw, Corey, Cowboy Spit. Also, don't forget to go give my man Max Crafty a shout out on YouTube and subscribe to his Do It Yourself channel if you want to learn how to do simple things to, a little bit more complicated things, man. He got everything on his channel. So go sub to him on that. Don't forget to use the promo code Man Down Sports when you sign up for Underdog and play Pick'ems. And your first deposit is going to get matched 50% up to $1,000. Man Down Sports, make sure you do that. And other than that, I don't think we got anything else. Did I miss anything, y'all? Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Facts, man. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, man.
Happy Friday.
Peace. Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch y'all on the next one.